Hello, and welcome back to another live episode of the Footy Culture Podcast. And today, as you can see, we have a special guest. She goes by Dybala. If you don't know her, make sure to go follow and everything. But how's it going?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Of course.
Sure.
This is your first live pod?
Yes, it is. My first in-person podcast. Usually I'm on the AJC, and that's always virtual. So it's really exciting for me.
That should be fun. But everyone else, we have Dave, Matt,
What's up?
and
Hello,
James,
hello.
and Dan, and then, of course, myself.
I wore the wrong jersey today.
Yeah, we all did. But what's up, RB Comps in the chat? What's going on?
Love the setup. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you. But I guess we got to talk about the game that happened today to start it off. Juventus versus Parma.
The mighty Parma.
Do not want to talk about this, but we're going to have to. Juventus go and lose 1-0. And this is terrible for the top four race because it puts us in fifth and we still have to play Bologna. So what's your take on this game and where it puts us?
Certainly not the result we were hoping for. Definitely. I think that given how critical the top four race is in the league right now, every match matters. So dropping points today, especially against a side like Parma, is never what you want to see from the clubs. So definitely frustrating, lack of creation overall, just some of the similar themes we've been seeing all season coming out today.
Yeah. Tudor today, he changed up the formation a little bit. He went to a 3-5-2 instead of the normal 3-4-3. And he started off with Kolomawani and Vlahovic up top instead of having the Yildiz or Coop Miners, Nico, whoever uses as that front three, which was working recently. And now he went to go change the formation. It did not work. Obviously, it was the wrong call, but going forward, is he going to have to play Yildiz in every single game? Because it looks like he's the only creative player we have on this team.
I think so. It seems to be the case, certainly. Pretty much everything goes through Yildiz, and when he's off, you can see a massive difference in how the team plays.
Yeah. So with Yildiz, if we don't make top four, I'm hearing a lot of selling him for 100 million.
Selling.
I heard someone said Chelsea before we
Wow.
started the pod. Who said that? Him. Would you sell him for 100 million? If not, what's his price tag?
Is he even worth that?
Oh, definitely worth. Are you crazy?
I don't know, man.
That's insane.
Conceição performing like Minion from Despicable Me at the moment. That's disrespectful.
That's crazy.
But I mean, kind of facts.
But
Well,
yeah,
yeah, what do you think about Yildiz? What's
I've always kept consistent with the fact that I think even if a massive price tag came in like that, I think you'd be underselling him because realistically, based on his age, he's not even anywhere near where a peak time to sell him would be. So I think either way, you'd be selling him at an undervalued price. However, I'm pretty sure like Elkin and the club has come out to say that, there's been reports that he's a player to be protected and that there's no price tag really that they would accept. However, if we don't make Champions League, a player like that is going to want to be playing Champions League. So I think that seriously puts the plans about Yildiz at risk.
So who else can be sold from that Juve team if Juve don't make Champions League? Who's gonna garner money?
right, everybody.
no,
Yeah.
but who's
Everybody.
the good price tag that
Yeah.
makes sense for
Nobody.
Lloyd?
Nobody.
Maybe.
Bremer maybe. But
But then
Brand-
you
and,
lose
Yeah.
your best defender, no?
and we're not going to keep Vega.
He's on
yeah,
loan,
he's
right?
on loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Gatti, Lloyd, Kalulu
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
what a team.
as well.
Unfortunately, anything 100 plus million Juve will sell. I love Yildiz though. We should keep 100%.
Is there anyone that's worth 100 million though?
For what?
Right
Like
now
in the
or
world?
Serie A
No,
or
in the
Italy?
Serie A. For Juventus.
Yeah, Yildiz.
Yildiz.
Probably just him, no?
But he's untouchable. How old is he again?
19.
Do you think a player like him is literally like hoping to play Champions League next season, even if he has to leave Juve?
Oh, he has this love for Juve. I think
Yeah.
he's
Think so?
gonna.
That's the thing. He's a big Del Piero fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna push to stay, but obviously,
Do you think they'll push
It
him
might
to
not
go?
be his choice.
if they get an offer 100 plus million, they're gonna push him to go because
but
Juve
if
is that.
if he goes, then who does Juve have that can be
No
an
one.
attacking threat?
No one.
Nobody.
have to sign someone probably.
Who's that?
Like
Who's that guy that's in Bournemouth?
Lloyd Kelly?
No,
Lloyd Kelly's a
in
defender.
Middlesbrough.
Which guy?
Oh, Ealing Jr.
Ealing
Oh,
Jr.
Ealing
Oh, you're bringing back Ealing Jr.
Oh yeah.
I remember him.
Me too.
High hopes with him, no?
He seemed promising, but yeah,
For a bit, yeah.
got let go at Bologna, and then
I got let go too early.
But they'd probably sign someone to replace him. Someone from Serie A, maybe.
Yildiz, you're
Certainly.
saying?
Yeah, if
So-
they sold him.
So
Yeah.
if you don't make Champions League this season with the team that you have now, and to say that the Serie A does get better next season again, better teams are going to start getting more players. Maybe Inter might drop off because their players are getting a little older, but that's not to say
don't
Napoli's still going to be strong. Milan might still be strong. They had a great performance today. Roma might, start pushing again.
They've been cooking, bro.
Who can replace Yildiz, or who would now you need to sign to now make a for sure top 4 next season?
Dybala. I bring him back.
Bring him back.
We were talking about this on the train. We got to bring back Dybala. Bring him back.
I agree.
I miss him. But who can we sign? I don't even know. Like,
Man,
It would have to be players probably from maybe like a Lazio.
there's no one on Lazio that I would want.
I know, but
Really?
it's not your choice. Like you're gonna have to sign someone to replace these guys.
Someone that plays like
right?
Yildiz.
It's gonna have to be someone maybe from like another league, like maybe like a young Argentine or something like that from like Argentina. I feel like
Yeah.
those are always there's always someone you can find like if you're like properly doing the scouting. Like if they know Yildiz might go, they need to start lining up like options like now.
I'm sure they are, but
the concerns with bringing in all of those funds from Yildiz is where are they going to redistribute that money?
Exactly.
Like, that's where my concern is. Like,
So there's no trust in the Juve board to properly use that money.
Oh, I don't trust
No.
this guy.
at least look
Not at
at this
Look at the
summer.
signings.
Yeah.
man.
like
We have like 6 loan players that we're probably not going to bring back.
yeah.
The signings weren't that good. Douglas Luiz, like what has he
What
done?
was he, 70?
Huh?
60?
He was like 60 plus like
Plus 2 players.
swaps.
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
That would be someone who could generate some revenue.
Yeah, that's true.
Who?
You can send him
Douglas
back to
Luiz,
send
sending
him
him back
to-
to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Prem.
Yeah.
But
For
his
what?
stock might have plummeted a
20?
little bit, no?
It
Not
definitely
a little
did,
bit, a
but
lot,
At least
I'd
like you can probably get 50 for him.
you could probably get
think
some
40.
money, maybe a
He's pretty
swap.
proven.
I'm hearing a lot of Tonali talk.
Ali.
Yeah.
See,
And Newcastle wants
Brother, you're
Douglas
dreaming.
Luiz.
You're dreaming,
yes,
bro.
I've heard about that, which I mean, if it were to happen, like I'd take that in a heartbeat. I just
Yeah,
find it
of
like
course.
unrealistic, but
The thing is with Tonali, you have to think about things off the pitch,
Yeah.
Mm.
right?
Like you're really betting on him.
Like, do you want to send him
play.
back to
Yeah.
Italy where, things don't work so well over there in
Excuse the
Italy?
pun, but you're
Like,
really
He's
betting
the
on him.
kingpin
Oh.
around there. He's the kingpin around there. But we have a couple
Yeah.
chat. Lex about to make some calls to bring in Luis Alberto to Juve. Luis
You got
Al-
pull like
Where's he
that, huh?
playing now?
She's a big Luis Alberto
Yeah.
fan.
I
Yeah?
think he went to. Is he in the Saudi league? I don't even know.
I have
where
no
he ended
idea.
up.
Matthew's got
I
it.
haven't heard of him
Yeah.
in a while.
No, I loved him when he was at Lazio.
He's a
He was
class
so
player.
good. I think players at Lazio, they just like their PR gets cooked, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because he was a baller and didn't get like
Luis
enough
Alberto.
cause
They get trapped there too.
He's in
Yeah.
Qatar right now.
Because-
Sorry.
because of
Oh,
Lotito.
No, he's
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, Luis
Oh,
Alberto,
sorry,
Savage
sorry,
that was
sorry.
supposed to come to Juve for like 10 years, it felt like.
Yep, yep.
And then, yeah, they just get
Certainly.
trapped there. Who's the biggest Dybala fan on the panel?
Damn.
She goes by Dybalexa, I go by Spibala. So
Ball is crazy.
What's his most iconic celebration?
Dybala's?
It is.
Yeah,
This one?
It's my
Wrong hand.
celebration.
She knows it.
it's the same thing.
No, man, he did the wrong
My
hand.
right hand is this. So I'm going to go
Very
here.
different, man.
Bravo,
Bravo?
says love the pod.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
RB Comp says he's in Saudi.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to talk about how Inter got slapped by AC Milan?
We'll get
today?
into that in
We
a little
might
bit.
talk about
I mean, we
that.
could right now if you want.
No. We're still in the Juve talk.
We could go back to Juve talk.
We love Juve. No, I'm kidding.
So I want to know what Juve's best starting 11 is and best formation. What do you guys think? Is it the same? Do you guys have the same opinion on this?
I don't know. I'll let you go first, and then I'll
Jeez.
I'll say mine after.
Like,
Wow.
are
you
we
know,
assuming everyone's fit?
Yeah,
everyone's fit, everyone's fit.
Everyone's healthy.
Besides Bremer is not fit.
yeah. I mean, it's tough. I feel like it's just tough right now because the formation kind of getting changed a bit when Tudor came in. The squad construction is a mess to begin with. So like I feel for the coaches that have to deal with trying to piece together a lineup for that. I feel like I love the front three. So like I prefer personally running like 4-3-3. I do think that suits Juve the best. What do you think formation wise before we get into players?
I agree. The 3-4-3, I think, was our
said
best.
4-3-3.
Oh, sorry. I was not listening.
Listen.
I thought she said 3-4-3. Sorry.
He's already
I
building-
think
he's
it's
already
good
building
one
a
too.
squad.
Yeah.
3-4-3.
3-4-3.
I thought you said 3-4-3. But I'm more on the 3-4-3 side just because it's more attacking minded.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, like we've got the midfield to run a double pivot. So
Yeah.
3-4-3 works certainly, and I like 3-4-3s because it keeps an attacking front three as well.
True.
In terms of lineup, I would say like, man,
I think of who I would put out there.
Okay, start at the
Like,
back.
it's
I
not-
Defenders.
think you're doing the same thing as a manager does every day.
yeah,
No,
seriously.
but
He-
I
the-
know.
the exact
I'm thinking
reaction.
too hard.
He
but
puts the names in a hat and just or like a die. He just roll them on the table. Like, all right.
Maybe you start with the goalie, with Pedin.
Perin, yeah. I'm
Mattia?
joking, obviously. Not Di Gregorio.
Di Gregorio. Yeah.
Okay, go with your right back.
Oh man.
Then I'll go with my right center back.
Because you're playing a 3-4-3 in your position.
Yeah.
Your formation. You're playing a 4-3-3 in your ideal.
See, if you had
Oh.
Danilo,
Yeah, thank you, Mota. If we had Danilo, would have certainly gone there.
Where's he at?
Brazil. I think he plays for Flamengo.
I guess
Yeah, that's true.
you can put Savona
Savona? Okay.
out there.
he started off good.
Yeah. Who you got?
My right center back's probably going to be Kalulu.
No, probably it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the option.
I don't have any more
That's all
options.
you got.
Center back, I'll say the next one. That's going to be Gatti. We don't have. Actually, no, it's going to be Vega. I forgot about Vega. But
Yeah.
and then my left center back will be Gatti. So that's my back line. You could do your whole back line.
Okay.
Just get
Yeah.
it over with. Rip it like a band-aid.
Savona. Let's do Kalulu, Vega, and Cambiaso.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
yours sounds better than mine.
No Gatti. Gatti out.
Yeah.
See, that's what the
You
problem
like Gatti
is.
or no?
You
I
could-
like Gatti, so I don't know.
Would you don't like Kalulu as the right back there?
Could do that.
Because then you could get Gatti in there. He's our best player. Yeah.
That's true.
Joking.
That's crazy. All right, you're mid. You're mid. What's your?
I'm mid?
What's your? No. I want to hear yours first. You're mid. You're 3 in the middle.
My three in the middle. Okay, Loca, Turam,
Yeah.
and it's tough. Man. Let's go McKenny. I feel
Big
like
Mac?
Big Mac.
All right.
He hasn't played in the midfield often enough, but I like him in the middle.
Okay.
He'd be more attacking.
Mhm.
He'd be the more attacking 8. Yeah.
Okay. I got Nico as the right mid, left mid Cambiaso,
Okay.
and then I got Locatelli and Thuram
All
as
right.
the two center mids.
Isn't Cambiaso someone that could go for a decent penny?
Yeah,
I know you were saying
Oh, true.
like
Man
City
City
or
want
something.
him,
We're
yeah.
looking for him for like 60 mil or something like that.
he's gonna be more in the summer. I think.
Think so?
I think winter was just
More than 60?
yeah,
Really?
not that much more. Like maybe like an extra 5 to 10.
It's a lot though, no?
It's not that much more. There's City. They
You
just
think
they
you think he's
paid-
worth that much though?
Huh?
You think he's worth
Yeah,
that much?
he's
Do you
so
think he's worth that much?
I think
Yeah?
so. Yeah. Yeah. I
He's
think
so talented.
He had a bit of an odd run of form near the end of Mota's tenure, but yeah, certainly worth it.
He was injured for a little bit too.
True.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's your
and
front
a
line
team
there?
like City needs
That's
like a
close.
left back. Kind of.
No, Vardio.
They have Guardiola.
He's playing
I don't
center
think-
back now.
I don't think they bought Vardio for the left back.
They got Nico Riley now, left back.
Yeah. Anybody but the Kusanov guy. They had beef. I think him and Pep had beef, I saw.
Already?
Really.
Yeah.
What a goof.
The Armenian, what was he?
Uzbek.
Uzbekistan, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your front three? Give us your front three.
Front three.
Yeah, ideal front of three.
Oh man. Oh man, it's tough.
So you're
Okay.
playing with wingers.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go Nico on the right, Kolomuani in the middle.
Huh?
But I mean, striker roles like there's not much
up
to
in the air,
choose
yeah.
from, and then Yildiz on the left.
No Vlahovic?
I'm leaving Vlahovic out. You know, I decided like I was like I can't defend him anymore. Like I defended him for a long time, and I was just like I can't do it.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. I'm so sorry, Vlahovic. If you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Not sorry. But my front three would be I honestly would put Coop Miners in that front three. I know he's been shit.
Poop miners? Come
Coop
on,
Miners,
bro.
but he kind
Come
of played decent in the front three
Kind of played decent.
with Tudor.
Really? You
So
think
I'd put him as like the right attacking mid, left Yildiz, and yes, our shitbox striker, Vlahovic.
Oh, you're
Damn.
starting.
I'm
Wait.
starting Vlahovic. We need a big body that can hold up a ball.
Trusting dudes on it.
Even though he can't even do that good, that well.
Alright.
As a football fan that doesn't watch much of the Serie A, I'll be straight up with you guys.
Sounds ass.
No. That team sounds like on paper like okay, like that's a good team that can compete in the Serie A. I feel.
Yeah,
But-
top four. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Maybe.
okay, but what's wrong? Is it straight to the manager? Like why did Mota just not perform this season?
I think other teams might
Is it
be
just a-
better.
You think so?
The other teams are way better. Inter's like, if you look at Inter on paper, like
I
they're
think
gross.
that the fact that Inter have a well-managed team from the past 4 or 5 years now. Is it
Yeah, however long
almost
Inzaghi's
5
been
years
there,
now.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna expect that from them.
Oh,
Milan,
even before Inzaghi. Yeah.
Milan has kind of been a set team since they won their title as well. They kind of been like a strong kind of squad as well. Maybe a couple switches here and there.
Fell off a little bit now.
But when they had a Pioli, they're obviously they're a powerhouse. But the squad was kind of like what brought that team together. I feel like this Juve team kind of like is shuffling year by year. If it's not the manager, if it's the players, and if it's not the players, then it's the manager. So
I agree.
I think there just needs to be a little bit more consistency. Maybe hold on to a gaffer for a little bit longer. You guys held on to what's his name again? Last one before
Allegri?
Motta, Allegri for a while.
Oh, yeah.
What did you guys expect from him? Same kind of football.
No, he needs
Was
a
that
good,
his third tenure there or fourth?
like 16th.
He's been back and forth how many times? 3 years? Three
Twice.
times? Twice?
Twice, yeah. I think when I look at Juve's issues, I go above the coach.
Mm.
Malta had his own issues this year.
Sure.
Like he lost the locker room, didn't have a good relationship with players, seemingly towards the end of his time there. So I mean, he certainly did things, and he was very stubborn as well in terms of like always running the same system, same formation, and it felt like the same 11 all the time too. So he had his own issues that kind of were, detrimental to his time there. But I do think that with the coach, I look beyond that at Juve. You look at the owner and you look at the sporting director. And you talked about Inter, and you pointed out that since they started to become good again was when they got Beppe Marotta, who used to be the sporting director at Juve. So, and you can see just the way they're constructed and the players they pick up, they make sense. Like you see these guys they pick up and you're like, yeah, that makes sense for an Inter system, right? So I think that you have someone who's spearheading the project who's able to do that at their club right now. Like when they had Conte and he was running his 3-5-2, picking up Inzaghi, who was doing pretty well at Lazio, was a perfect hire, right? And it's such a Marotta hire too. And then now look at this project they've continued.
Yeah.
So Juve needs to figure that out. And I personally don't think Giuntoli's the answer, the sporting director at Juve right now. So it kind of depends. Like I look at our squad construction and I'm like, that also played a big role. Like look at us try to struggle to come up with a best 11 here. Like I think that choices that were made, whether it was Motta pushing the player out or, we needed to get money because we were in a deficit to balance the books. A little bit of both, but I do think that, squad construction, sporting director is a big issue at Juve right now.
So when did you think it went completely, like, when did it go wrong?
When Marotta left.
Yeah, so that's why I point to Ronaldo, and I know this is one of our topics.
He says, did you say Ronaldo too, right? When Ronaldo came?
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently, allegedly, Marotta didn't want to sign Ronaldo, and that caused the falling out because Agnelli did, the owner at the time. So when they signed Ronaldo, Marotta left. So for me, I point to Marotta leaving as a big part of the slide.
Damn.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best GM in the league easily.
Yeah.
When we had him, we were dominant. Inter has him; they're dominant. We have a lot of chat going on here. I think there's some up there, but we can't see. But we'll go with.
Roll up.
Okay, we're scrolling up. We got Jay. Gatti in big 2025. We still employing bricklayers? Question mark. Why not?
Disrespect.
RB Comps laughs at it. I'm probably gonna butcher this name. Soy Liao.
Good.
So yeah.
What's going on? Hi guys, a big hug from Italy and Forza Juve.
Hey.
Not today
Wow.
though.
Forza Italia.
Yes,
And-
Lex Cook. I think it's Cook. I think the team you were building.
Yeah,
I think the fans like her team better
it's
than
because she loved Vlahovic. Oh, he didn't like Vlahovic.
Yes.
And then he
That's
says,
why.
"Coop in year one, he can have another chance. I think in year two he'll be decent." Bravo, what's up? How has Kolomawani been performing? Ass. RB Comps.
This guy took a deep dive into the deep end.
Can we take a moment to talk about the studio? That shit looks crispy and professional.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Anthony LaFleur, what's up? Ciao, Lex, and what's up to the boys? Even
What
though
up?
we have been shit this season at Milan, we have all I can't read right now. Have always had Inter's number when we played them. Just a bizarre season overall. RB Comps. Motta, the double agent. Can't trust an Inter legend if you want to call him that.
Damn.
And RB Comps, I agree with Lex. Gentoli, you have not been cooking, honey.
Damn.
Anthony LaFleur, Juve has the same problem as us at Milan. Lack of direction at the top. You guys went downhill ever since Maldini left. So,
A
yeah.
bit before that, no?
No, he was kind of getting. He was getting him
and
on.
Ibra left.
Oh, that's way before. But like, no, I'm saying when Maldini was sporting director, because he was getting them back on the right track. And then me, Marco G, what's up?
What up?
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Big dub, big dub.
I guess for today. But yeah, that's those comments there. There's not much else to say for this Juve game. So we will talk about the Milan Inter game a little bit. Seeing y'all in Rome.
Yeah.
He wants to go to Rome. This Inter Milan game. So this is actually Inter's second loss in a row. They lost to Bologna last game in the regular season, and now they lost to Milan in the second leg.
I forgot the commentary. I think they the first double back-to-back loss like all season.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they
And,
barely
and
have
also
losses.
not scoring a goal either, so they went like
That's
0-0
mad.
back-to-back.
So it's all crumbling apart now. End of the season comes, players start getting tired, results start swindling a little bit.
Well, I think that's what it comes down to, right? They're still in the Champions League. They're still in every tournament, right?
No,
In
not
every,
except for Copa.
they
Except for
were
Coppa
at
Italia.
least. They
Yeah.
were in
Yeah.
every. They're still there for the treble and everything. So it's like
Or
even though
not.
you have like the players and like the substitutes, sometimes like you said, like
the depth.
the depth is there, but is it good depth? Is it
It
depth
is.
enough to win?
It was good depth. I think they were just probably
It's fatigue, man.
fatigued from the previous game. Maybe they're not set straight in the mind mentality. You know, Champions League like literally next week, right? So it's dude. I'm sure it's a lot of pressure for these players.
It's
A
also
lot of games.
You think that maybe this team is like, I know they have a deep team, but like, is the team that they have like too old?
That's what I was saying, bro.
Because-
a lot of 30-plus-year-olds on that team.
Because they got to get rotated a lot more than like regular like 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds,
Mhm.
19-year-olds.
Some of their starters are probably seeing like 60 plus, not sorry, like 30 minutes per game, like in other leagues probably. Like
Yeah. But they got a Cherby playing still. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Cherby's starting, and you know, Çalhanoğlu's probably starting. Mkhitaryan, like I'm sure they get like rotated a little
Yeah.
bit, but you know, those guys are playing heavy minutes,
Yeah.
and you know, some other leagues they're probably like Modric too, like a
Yeah.
still greatest player of all time at his level and his age. He's not starting minutes, like he's like already past that. Like
Yeah.
if Modric was at Inter, he's probably seeing like 90-minute games still.
Yeah, he would be.
Oh,
starting.
every week. Yeah, for sure.
It's true.
That's tough.
That could be the problem.
That's and then
Yeah.
and if De Bruyne goes to Inter,
Is that what
that
they're
guy-
saying?
No,
That's
I'm just
exactly
No,
what
that's
we're
what we were saying.
that's a
Yeah.
cool rumor.
Yeah.
That'd
That'd
be a
be
good
cool.
game. But
Cool.
if you ever went to Inter, like, dude, that guy's seeing 120 plus
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
every game.
We made the rumor and we're going
Yeah.
to speak it into existence.
Just keep going with it.
Yeah.
But Lex pointed something out. Inter went from treble.
trouble.
Trouble. They got into trouble.
Yeah.
They went from like treble contenders to like possibly not winning anything. And that's kind of crazy that you brought that up. Because if they go on to lose to Barca, they're out there. Napoli's tied with them on points, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Napoli's tied with them on points. They just lost to Milan. They could, like, what would that do for their season? Like,
Well-
that's
It would
that's
suck, wouldn't it?
insane.
So I think the better question here is that what would happen if Inter go trophyless this season?
Are you sacking Inzaghi?
Nah, there's no way, man.
No, I think Inter. Obviously, Inter's the best team in Serie A right now, but they don't have, for example, as you were saying last podcast, they don't have that same pressure as Real Madrid. They're basically the both best teams in the league, but Real Madrid, when they don't win anything, they're just like really bad for them. It seems like to me at least. But for Inter not winning anything, it's like, I don't know. I don't feel it's the same type of pressure.
No, I think they're at that level now.
think
They,
there's a
they,
lot of
they
pressure, man.
expect to get
Pressure.
trophies
Well,
every
they're
season.
gonna sack the gaffer as well. They're not gonna sack the
I don't
Not
think they'll
necessarily.
sack
like Real
him, but-
Madrid they're known to like sack gaffers for anything.
Well, not for anything. I think Ancelotti's kind of been past his tenure there. Like it's been a couple years now. He did win a Champions League. They won the league, right? Like it is time to move on. I think the team is also past him. You know, they're get a different manager in, but I think Inzaghi is still will be there still, whether they win a trophy or not. I feel like what he's done with the team, I think it just comes down to like that team just a little bit old for the literally like the late end of the season. They need to get some younger players next season to kind of just keep it the run throughout the whole season. And that's one of the most important games are.
Yeah. It's
You know?
interesting you point that out because that's actually like trademark Marotta to pick up old players.
Yeah.
That's like one of his like few criticisms is that then after you're kind of stuck with an old squad, right? So he picks up guys on a free. That's kind of like the business he does. Players that are experienced around the league. So yeah, it's a really good point about maybe why Inter seem to be falling off at the end
Little bit,
here.
And
Yeah.
for the most part, like, like how often did Juve really compete for 3 trophies in the end of the season when he was there?
Yeah.
right? Like
Twice.
for the most part,
It's tough.
like you're kind of competing for one if you're lucky,
Mhm.
right? Like it's
Or two.
some of these teams are definitely having to deal with 3 at a time. That's crazy.
It's tough.
It's
Yeah.
funny because Napoli's just chilling all week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
hanging out at home.
Like it's kind of like a sleeper too, because they weren't like they weren't at midway through the season. They're like, okay, like it looks like it's Inter running all the way. Like they're gonna take it home, and then
Yeah.
Napoli kept playing their game, kind of like winning games, but like no one really noticed it still. And then now it's like, shoot, they're tied.
And then they were
Yeah.
tied. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
Inter
Snuck
dropped some
up.
points
Inter's
here
like,
and there. and
Inter's
it
like,
was
shit.
Yeah.
Were we focusing on the Champions League too much,
Yeah.
the Coppa
Yeah.
Italia too much? Like, what's the most important trophy to win? I think obviously the Champions League for them,
Mhm.
but is that a realistic trophy for them to achieve?
Probably not.
You know, they made it to the finals 2 years ago
It is realistic.
It
for
is
Inter.
Yeah.
I think
not.
so. I think
100%.
anything.
Brother,
can
you're a
happen.
Barca fan. What do you mean?
I don't understand where that come from.
Aren't you facing Inter?
It's realistic for
but
both.
still,
Who's the
it's
but who's the
realistic.
better squad?
Any of these 4 teams finals can win it. 100%. There's no you know, oh yeah, it's 100% Madrid. These teams are ass. No, every single team right now in the final 4 are you can put down money to win.
What's your ranking for the 4 like likelihood to win?
Yeah, go, dude.
Whoever wants to answer.
I'm
First,
biased, though.
Barca.
I know. Barca first.
I'm
probably.
biased.
Yeah.
Barca, PSG, Inter, Arsenal.
Arsenal fourth.
Yeah, I got Arsenal.
Bottle jobs.
I think I got PSG first.
PSG
Hey, look,
first.
same as RB comps. Barca,
Yeah, it
PSG,
was.
Inter, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but like as we were saying about Inter, it's a good thing, but a bad thing. Like you said, with the older players that they bring on board, the age helps with experience, and obviously in the beginning of the season it helps too, right? Like that's
Yeah.
when like you really need to grab some points. But the age at the end, where it's crucial times right now, the age
Kicking in.
can kick in.
Yeah.
And this is where it counts the most, right? Like you said, Inter could. It's crazy how last week we were saying, oh, Inter could win everything, and now like they lose this. Like, but it could be the same thing with Barcelona. It could be the same thing with.
All it takes is one game, right?
All it takes is one game, and that's why it's like at this point in the season, it's the most important. It's like playoffs
Mm-hmm.
for NBA and any other sport. It's the most crucial. You want your best players to be performing at this time, and it's like I don't know. It's hard to be in every single tournament.
It's true. It's crazy
hard.
how in football they're competing like multiple trophies at once, right? Versus with
Exactly.
other leagues. Like it's got to be hard to mentally separate and
Like,
go from.
people don't realize soccer. That's why football is a crazy sport, man. It's like basketball it's legit playoffs. That's it. They only
Yeah.
focus on one thing.
Yeah.
American football, it's only one thing. Hockey, it's only one thing.
Yeah, like you'll have someone like Kawhi load management all season, and when it comes to
Imagine-
playoffs, he's good.
Can you imagine like that happening while they're playing like other games, like they had to go play Champions League or something like that?
Like imagine your
Yeah.
favorite player load management during like the regular season and then, like later stages of like Champions League or even
He's
like
back, yeah.
towards the latter end of the season. Oh, he's finally good to play now.
Exactly.
I'd be mad.
You would 100% be mad, and it wouldn't happen because you need your best players to be at that level where you can still compete at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
What's
Agreed.
up, Pure Bets Pro and Jackson? What's going on? Jackson was saying before that he sees Barca absolutely destroying them 4-0 or 3-0.
Jackson,
I don't
I'm
know
not gonna
about that,
lie.
bro. Like the way Inter kind of are structured and how they play, I feel like that kind of counteracts against how Barca likes to play. Like Inter kind of play like it's hard to say, but like the lower rated teams in La Liga where they kind of sit back, absorb the pressure, and then counter, right? And like Barca kind of struggles playing against those kind of teams.
We
So
just saw it yesterday.
yeah, like 1-0, 40 shots.
40
I've never
shots.
seen that before. 40 shots in a game, you only
40
score one
shots
goal.
is crazy, bro. Yeah.
They're shooting from everywhere, man.
So I don't think they're gonna score like 3 or 4 in Inter. Like
No, they're not.
It's gonna
hopefully
be like a
Barca win,
2-1
but I
win.
think it'll be close.
What's up, BL dude? Thoughts on Luis Enrique joining Inter from Marseille for 30 mil?
Is that what they're saying? 30 mil? He's a talent, bro.
Brasileiro?
Brazilian winger.
Yeah.
I actually haven't heard about that. Imagine a likely 3.0 World War III on Twitter
Jesus.
incoming. There's no chance.
Would you guys accept that?
No, if he goes back, it's done.
Are you switching clubs?
No. Jay, is Inter Juve's fans' most hated club?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
100%. That's the biggest rival. I know some people like to think it's Milan, but no, it's Inter.
It's Parma.
What
You
do you-
agree?
It's
What do you think?
You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
historically.
What do you say that like I hear it all the time? I'm sure we've heard it too. Like every other team in Serie A hate Juve. Like Juve has as the worst.
Because we're the best.
Are they the most hated club in Italy?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah?
sure.
Why
Is
do you
Real
think
Madrid
so?
the most hated club in Spain?
Yeah.
But why would you say Juve are the most hated?
Because Juve is the best.
Mm.
Historically.
More successful, yeah.
Yeah,
It's usually
best
what
club
it
in
is.
Italy.
Who's-
Right?
Who's the most hated club in England? Is it United?
No. Maybe if they hate themselves. Maybe talk about their own fans.
Your own fans
Yeah.
hate it.
Could be Arsenal.
Could be
too.
Arsenal,
Could be
but
Arsenal. To
Like,
be
Maybe
honest.
Probably
even Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Maybe Liverpool too.
No, I
feel
think
like
if
it's
you were to
Arsenal.
ask every other club, I think Madrid
Arsenal
would
might be
say
the most
Arsenal.
hated. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's because no one wants to see them win. They got
Yeah,
toxic
they're just
fans.
brats.
Yeah.
Jackson saying, I'm not going to lie, I see Barca beating Inter first leg 4 or 3-0.
Damn.
I don't see it, but possible.
I'll be honest though, I won't be laughing at those rats Inter. They're still in contention for a UCL and Scudetto. These hate watches will hit different. I will say that.
Same
love a
with
good
me in
Real
Madrid,
watch, man.
man. Same with me in Madrid.
Did he say who he supports? RB?
These
Juve.
Juve
Juve.
fans, I
Oh,
assume
Juve?
Juve,
Okay,
yeah.
What did Marco say here?
They expect to win but deserve nothing. For real though, Inzaghi more than deserves to stay. He's done incredible work.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to sack him at all, man. No sense at all.
And Purebat says Milan and Jovic are back.
Jovic. Crazy.
I guess that's something. That's a game Barca can study.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah.
Nah,
I
that-
guess
that-
so.
they're not gonna play like that shit against
No,
you
no,
guys.
no. But like you learn some things here and there. 3-0 is also nothing. Like
You gotta study how they played their last CL game, or the other CL games before that.
that's true.
How they're going up against other European teams. Okay, let's go back to Juve because we were talking a little bit about Ronaldo when he was at Juve. Was
Oh,
Ron-
Spurs.
Ronaldo
No, not Spurs. I don't think Spurs.
was Ronaldo the problem when he came?
It's such a tough question. I mean,
Was
no.
it a good choice for Ronaldo to go to Juve?
Or was
Man.
it a good choice for Juve to bring Ronaldo in?
Okay, I'm speaking with personal bias because I hated Ronaldo.
Really?
Wow.
Hated Ronaldo.
Interesting. Why?
Like, not because I was a huge Messi fan, just because the guy broke my heart every year. Every year in the
Bicycle kick.
Champions League, the bicycle kick, UCL final win against us, PK when Benatia gave that PK away
Yeah.
on Buffon. Well, Buffon got sent off, but on Juve, I just cannot. Like, I was so upset when I heard he was coming. Everyone was all hyped up. I was upset.
You're off the pod.
He's Portuguese, that's why.
I'm sorry. But I do honestly believe that Ronaldo carried Juve
Yeah.
to the last Scudetto.
The last stretch.
The last stretch, certainly. And I think he was like a bit of a band-aid fix for a lot of these problems that we now see the impact of. But like I said earlier, he did have that, falling out that was caused where Marotta left, and that certainly set the squad back. So it's certainly debatable. Like I said, I speak with a lot of personal bias, but he did carry us at the end. It was amazing to see a player like Ronaldo
His caliber, yeah.
come play for Juve. I mean, that was exciting, certainly. But I think the pandemic definitely hurt the club because they were expecting to take in way more money from having a star like him. He was playing in like empty stadiums,
Yeah.
which is like, can you believe that? Like,
It's crazy.
They faced Barca in an empty stadium, no? In Champions League?
Atletico.
Didn't they face Barcelona as
Oh
well?
no, that wasn't an empty
No,
stadium.
Atletico,
though.
no.
that was yeah, that was
Simeone.
yeah,
you
that
know,
was an empty stadium.
Barca.
I don't remember
so
now.
Juve, I swear, it was an empty stadium.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
The other Ronaldo factor was timing. He
Mm.
was supposed to be the cherry on top to get Juve to push for a UCL. But I don't know, if he had come maybe like a couple seasons earlier, potentially.
A lot
yeah.
was given. A lot was how can I say? A lot was traded in for a Ronaldo appearance, where he can't be the only one to really carry your club to a trophy.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
sacrificed a lot. to
Like
bring him in.
he's been a player who can definitely win you those big games, but to win you a trophy alone, he's not really that guy. Like at the end of the day, you still need another 10 guys on a pitch to do that for you. And who's playing at the time with him?
Okay, so it was
There was
Dybala,
Him
who
and
was
Dybala.
out for half the year.
yeah, he was injured. every
Higuain was old. He was on the downfall. He was on the decline. I'm pretty sure he had Khedira and Matuidi, who were also on the decline big time.
Cuadrado too.
Quadrado was there, also on the decline, but he
Chiellini's
was still
probably
decent.
there.
Chiellini, Bonucci were
Bonucci.
obviously our
Versace?
defense was fine.
Yeah.
It was just Pjanic was on the decline. Like our whole midfield was on the decline, and we went and spent it on a striker.
So was Ronaldo a right player, wrong time kind of
No,
situation?
No. I think it was just wrong player, wrong time. Everything
Everything was wrong.
Everything was wrong.
You think so?
No.
Like the fact that you're saying all those players are like, dude, that was that whole team needs to be replaced, and to just think that Ronaldo's gonna come in and like win you get your results alone, again, that's not gonna happen. Do you think if they didn't get Ronaldo, they still would have been a winning?
Contender?
They still would have been winning trophies.
If Marotta stayed, yeah, because he would have got rid of some older guys, but replaced them with like slightly younger guys, barely younger.
Less older guys.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, would you say that was a smart move for Juve?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if COVID didn't happen, maybe I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
That is true.
I think so. In terms of like bringing in funds for the club, exposure, and all of that, club
Yeah.
branding, which I know is maybe not the most like loved part of the
Yeah.
modern game, but it is part of it, right?
100%.
So from that standpoint for the club and for Serie A in general, like it was a great move. But
Yeah.
He kind of like
Timing.
killed your guys' wage bill, no? Wasn't he making like 30 mil euros a season or
Destroyed it,
something?
Yeah,
yeah,
destroyed it. Especially
Definitely.
not getting the stadium, like the ticket sales,
Yeah.
yeah,
destroyed it.
It's mad.
yeah, that investment didn't end up paying off, right?
Chris, we have some chat here.
RB Comps says we should not have brought Ronaldo. We had Higuain, Dybala. Oh, where am I now?
There you go.
And a stacked attack, but look at his monster stats for us. Let's keep it a stack. We shouldn't have signed him. Not the problem. But not the problem. Yeah, that was hard to read that last line. We should have used Ronaldo's money for the midfield. Low key.
Interesting.
Pure Bat says Ronaldo too big for a small. Yeah, okay. Skip. Bravo. Yes, it was the COVID season. The last time Messi and Ronaldo played in the
Exactly.
Champions League.
That's crazy.
Imagine that
emotional.
game.
Pjanic.
How much money you would have brought
I know.
Yeah.
home for that? That was
Yeah.
Messi, Ronaldo. I remember.
Damn.
And then Jay said, higher peak at Juve, Pogba or Dybala?
That's
for you.
Higher peak at Juve?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Dybala, but Pogba, of course, was fantastic. It was also a shorter peak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll point out.
I
but
think
What are your thoughts, Christopher?
Yeah.
No.
You
These are
you
like
inhaled there
o-
quite a
o-
bit.
over
Oh,
like
no way.
over like the past years, Pogba and Dybala have been my two favorite. This is hard to decipher.
Get
This
emotional,
really
eh?
hits the heart, huh? This
Yeah.
really pulls on the
No,
string.
because Pogba's 3 years were, I think, like I don't think Dybala had a year as good as Pogba's.
Really?
Like the year that they went to the finals, the year before they got Dybala, I think that was an elite year from him.
Are you having
Pog?
flashbacks of all those Vine moments? Those
Yeah,
screamer
Like
goals?
he was one of the best
the
midfielders in
dab,
the world.
bro.
Yeah.
Then Dybala, of course, he had a longer period of time with us, a lot more than 3 years. Yeah.
Give us your.
If he could have stayed fit, Dybala, then I would give it to Dybala, but he
That's for
he
Pogba.
couldn't.
Dang.
That's the
taking
problem.
Pogba.
I'm taking Pogba. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jeez.
Who was the player? That's a different question now. I mean, similar question. Who was the player before Pogba for you that gave you that same type of like feeling?
Thrill.
Gave you that joy.
Gave you that joy that Pogba gave you, and for you, like who was that player before Dybala that gave you that joy?
You can't say Neymar.
I'm gonna say Pirlo
Pirlo, eh?
for me. Yeah. He was awesome.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not a Juve legend, would you say?
For me, he is.
Okay.
Personally.
He's
I
AC
think he
Milan
is.
legend
He's a
first,
Milan
and then Juve
legend.
legend second.
We had a little resurgence at Juve,
They
right?
did big time.
We saved him.
Huge resurgence. Yeah, 100%.
Pure
Yeah.
Bet stole mine.
Oh,
Garnitos,
wow.
but they kind of came in at the same time
Yeah.
as Pogba. So I don't want to give it to that. Before that, Del Piero, I guess. I didn't really have like
It's a long.
It's not that long before.
No.
No,
He was there for a while, though, Piero.
yeah,
Yeah.
like his later years.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
cool.
yeah, you're
I can't.
Seba.
Like before that, who am I gonna put? Like Vucinic? Like I don't know.
right.
He did bring a lot of joy, though.
He
the
did. When he took his pants
celebrations.
off. Simone Zaza, Gold even. Even though they didn't play together, or they played together. I agree. Peak Pogba was absolutely elite. Pogba for me, he was so good at Juve. He was. Jackson said if Ronaldo stayed at Real Madrid, they could have four-peated. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know.
Don't talk that nonsense around here, bro.
Could have. Could have, would have, should have, but did.
Simone Zaza.
Fabrizio Micoli should have been a Juve legend. If he would have stayed and he was like not a brat. But yeah, he was so talented.
Peak Pogba is what people think Bellingham is, eh?
Yeah, don't compare the two. Don't compare
It's
the two.
true.
That's
Peak
crazy.
Pogba is like he's what Zidane was, but didn't come of it because he went to United.
So United ruined him.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dan. But
You're not wrong. We all seen it.
okay,
Ruined
go on.
himself, man.
Yeah, low key.
No,
Yeah, he did.
he won a World Cup at United. He played great for France. For United, he's a different guy.
Man has a song for him. And everyone
The
else
whole
does.
France team has a
Yeah.
song. Let's stick on the topic of Dybala. Is Dybala a top 10 Juventus player of all time?
Damn.
You're pulling on her heartstrings.
Yeah.
Too, though.
Yeah, come on.
Tough one. You got it. Yeah, I need an answer here.
Okay. I mean, of all time is tough, but for me, because of my age, maybe, I would say yes.
Okay.
But
Is he
He
in
might
your
be.
top 5?
Yeah, how high are
Juve
you ranking
players,
him?
Yeah.
Or were you?
Is he top one for you?
No, wait. Is he top 5? Is he top 5 for you? Dybala.
personally, are we talking personally or
Both.
both?
Whatever you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes again.
Is he top
my
3?
age.
Top 3?
Probably. It seems like it. It seems like it. Yeah.
Is he top 2?
Oh my gosh.
He might be number one. Just rip the band-aid off. He's number
Yeah,
one.
he's number one. For
Oh
me,
my
for
God.
me, I know, like I said,
It's in her name. Come on.
personally, it's in my name. How I, also growing up watching him
Yeah.
and everything. But certainly, obviously, the Del Piero, Zidane, Pogba, Tevez. There's like
That is a lot.
on
No,
and on
but-
and on. But
No, Dybala
Yeah.
could be like up there though.
Are you putting him on your top 10?
I would have to go through it.
No, you can't.
I'm trying to.
Like all
This
time.
guy said no, you can't. For your top 10, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
No, I'm
you
talking
do
about
that.
personally though.
Personally, okay.
Like
All
if,
time, there's no chance.
no, because then you gotta put like players like Platini on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna put Platini. I didn't watch him. But
that's the thing.
I think Tevez is on there for sure. Tevez's
Really,
3 years
Carlitos?
was, oh my god, he was
He
so
was
good.
Yeah.
Del Piero number 1, Buffon,
Yeah.
Chiellini I think is on there.
Chiellini.
And Bonucci?
No, just Chiellini.
Chiellini? Oh, wow.
Zidane, Nedved.
Yeah.
Taki Nardi was my
Nedved,
favorite.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
Nedved.
there's a
Costa.
lot.
There's a
man.
lot.
Douglas Costa
is
prime?
insane, bro.
Douglas Costa, super
was
sub.
gross.
He was so good.
No.
I miss him.
Some of the like the nastiest feet.
Well, remember when Bellerin said that he's the craziest player yet to
wrong
do
with
it?
this
footy culture.
Yeah, because
I
that
didn't
one
know
clip,
that,
bro, he
yeah.
just right through his legs.
Clip where he just destroyed him.
Okay.
Sam Laporta, enjoyer. Who's
Hey, what's up? Sam Laporta.
who's
enjoy.
Sachinardi?
Is that who your display picture is?
Sachinardi was my favorite.
I'm not familiar, to be honest.
Not familiar with his game.
I think he was a defender, but
Yeah,
I'm
Dan,
not.
we
I'm
need some
not too
research here
familiar
on
with it.
Tachinardi.
Pure Bet says Nedved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nedved, yeah.
RB Comps is saying, who is one player you forget played for Juve? Thomas Rincon for me. I only remember him because of the Venezuelan connection.
That's
Interesting.
very, very random. Thomas.
Okay, I got one. Do you remember Krasic?
Krasic was a
Milos
baller.
Oh, but this
Krasic.
might be too early for you, actually.
Yeah, a little bit before time, probably.
Yeah. Krasic was like,
He was there like 2011, 2012.
no,
Krasic. He was there.
no, I think maybe like 09, 08.
No.
No, yeah, it was 2011. Yeah, you're right.
He
You're
was,
right.
he was in FIFA. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. But he was like before we got Conte. So he was like the period where we're like 7th place, whatever. We weren't like too good, but like he was a baller,
He's like a quick Serbian winger.
quick Serbian. He
Yeah.
kind of played like Nedved, but like he was like a knockoff Nedved.
Yeah, like a Walmart Nedved.
Walmart
yeah.
Nedved.
Timu
Walmart
Nedved.
Nedved.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Oh man,
That
I
come
always
to mind?
like joke about like Arthur Melo. Maybe
Oh
he's all like
my
blurry,
God.
but
Don't talk about that guy.
Shady deal between him and
Yeah,
Pjanic. Shady
yeah, right?
deal.
really shady. I always forget he played, probably because he barely played.
Yeah, he's
but-
always injured, right?
I have another one actually. Felipe Melo.
Ooh.
I think that's a cool one. That hothead. I
Good
can't,
one.
the amount of red cards. I don't know. But Pure Bet says, why does Juve not trust their youth?
Ironic, considering the name
Yeah.
means you. But you're right. It's true. I think it's like, I think it could be just the league in general. It's a Serie A wide issue. like if you look at the top teams, the teams in general, and think of like young stars that are headlining the clubs, I mean, I can maybe name Yildiz, the only one at Juve, and then like Diao and Nico Paz at Como. Other clubs, it's like, I feel like, yeah, you just can't think of a lot of young stars that are being given that opportunity. But the talent is there. You know, I think it's just a Serie A thing. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it is a Serie A thing, but I think we're slowly, I think it's slowly changing because you have teams like Juve that are kind of trusting them. They gave Savona, they gave Yildiz a chance. They gave a couple other players, but not too much. There's the two guys on Bologna, there's Castro and the other Argentine. I forgot his name now. But he plays on the left wing. Those guys are talented players. I think they're going to get a big move this summer. But that's a couple of young players that are playing. I think it's slowly getting there. Slowly.
So is the reason the Italian national team is kind of not doing so well because these Serie A teams are not putting trust in the youth?
Yeah, I certainly think so. And it has a lot to do with that. And then the national team suffers after, right? You're not giving those players a chance. They're making these young Italian players play in Serie B, right? Like Esposito. Like, why is he playing in Serie B?
He was on Inter, no?
Yeah. So he should be going there soon. But yeah, it's just one example. I think it definitely plays a role for sure.
Yeah. There's even what was I thinking about now?
I don't know.
Like Juve's like their past players that they got rid of. Like they had they just didn't give them a chance. Like someone like Immobile or Solini or now Hoyson that they didn't give a chance. They just got rid of him. Like
Moise Kean too.
Moise Kean they gave a chance. I think he had a chance, but I don't know. Delict, yeah. Dominguez, that's who it was. Yes, pure bets.
Piazza, Marco Piazza.
Piazza, yeah. He's on. I think he's in the Croatian league now. Mario Lamina was a random ass Juve player.
Gabonese.
I think he's in the Prem.
He's a Wolves.
Southampton.
No, Southampton.
Wolves.
Yeah, it might be Wolves.
I think he might still be a Wolves.
I don't know, but he's somewhere. He's somewhere around there. But yeah, there's a lot of. There could have been a lot changed in the past if Juve actually did what they were supposed to do and play these young players.
Do you think being at this position where Juve is right now, like, obviously financially not the best, players not the best, is just a good time?
Go easy on
line.
Yeah,
it's a good time to. I don't know what players you have in your academy right now, like any stars that could come up and play.
Not right now.
Well, they got rid of the ones that they did bring up, like Miretti, Fagioli, Rovella, Sule. And you see these guys, like, it's always like player of the match. Every week I see Panini player of the match, and it's like one of these guys. And you're just like, man, like, I know that some of the points of having those players include plusvalenza, which is like in Serie A, they talk about it. It's like, right, extra funds because you didn't have to pay money for the players because they're academy players, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody always talks about that plusvalenza, and it's like, I get it, but I feel like those guys were so good, and then that project just kind of, I don't know, maybe when Juve's president Agnelli left, he was kind of a part of that. I think the next gen project, we call it, just kind of got, destroyed a little bit by what Giuntoli had to do.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was to balance the books, I don't know, but I do think I would have liked to have seen more of those guys stay.
Didn't you say your last like Juve like academy project was like Marchisio?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That actually did well.
Yeah.
Well,
not all.
We'll see how Yildiz does.
That stayed at Juve because I'm sure there's
he did technically.
Player, bro.
Technically.
Come on, bro. He's an academy player. That's like saying Petty's an academy player for Barca.
Yeah.
Was he ever on the academy though?
no.
Yildiz was.
He was on the academy because they don't play their youth.
Huh?
Because they don't play their youth. So they had to play in the academy. Had to play somewhere. But he's not an academy player.
Was he in the academy?
He had like what 10 games for the academy, bro.
Was he in it?
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think that counts as an academy player.
Technically.
I wouldn't count it, to be honest.
He had 1 year as an academy player.
Yeah.
No,
That's nothing.
One or
bro.
two.
no. You have to
That's-
grow.
He was there. He was there because he had nowhere else to play.
For Juve.
He wasn't gonna play for Juve.
Yeah, no, not that time. Not 2 years ago. Who was that? That was under. That wasn't even under a thing.
But like some of those guys, Miretti.
He came from Bayern.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
he came from
Miretti.
Bayern.
He's a
pretty
Bayern
good,
academy player before Juve academy player.
Yeah, he
No,
was.
I know.
He was a good
That's
pickup.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was,
That's what I'm saying.
Good
Like
scout.
he's
He's a really good scout.
Yeah.
he was at next gen Juve and then U19. That's it.
Yeah.
He's
So he
technically
wasn't
German.
he was an academy player, but like he was scooped up.
Yeah.
scooped up at a
Surprised
bottom.
Bayern
Yeah.
let that go.
Yeah.
And he's German technically.
Bayern have lots of academy players coming out that grow.
Yeah, they could produce enough.
They
think
have
alright.
players that stay.
Having an academy like that's one way for clubs to survive, right?
Yeah.
And like get extra funding. And
That's the
stuff.
thing. Like a team like Bayern who can keep their players because they have the funds for it, where they can pick up strong talent in the league to bring in. Whereas Juve probably just sell their academy players. Like that's probably their like sense of like income.
That's what they've been doing.
They don't buy
That's
no, but they don't. But they don't buy young to sell at a like a prime player. Like imagine buying like a Pogba and then the young and then selling him in his prime. Actually, they did.
That's
They
that's-
kind of
that's-
did. They
that's-
kind of did. They kind of did that.
That's literally
They
what
kind of
they
did
did.
that. No, I
Literally
lied.
what they did.
Wrong example.
They did.
Wrong example. I don't know. I'm just thinking like I don't know. Buying.
You're saying like they don't bring in a player to like grow
Yeah.
and then sell them.
They'll literally just sell club to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell from club to make money.
Pogba just happened to be like that elite already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's
Actually,
going?
when he first went to Juve, like,
His first year was
It took
slow.
time to get
he
in,
wasn't
right?
really a
Halfway
he wasn't
through the
he
season,
wasn't a
he-
staple at United.
He
No
never
one
really
knew
had
he
like a
was.
lot of professional
Yeah.
minutes,
Yeah.
right? He just
No.
came in and had to.
In the youth system, he was good. That's
Yeah.
why.
Is that kind of like would you say that's like Juve's best like purchase as a young
Yeah,
player coming
100%.
in? Besides, like Yildiz too. Like he's not
Wow.
he's
yeah.
a player coming in. That's not an academy player. If he comes great,
Technically.
if he comes great and
Is Pogba more of an academy player?
No, he didn't play in the academy.
That's true.
He's a United Academy player.
Yeah. You're never going to think of Yildiz as a Bayern academy player. He's going to be a next-gen academy player.
Uh,
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
think about
100%.
Right into
You
the
didn't think
history
he was,
books.
did you
It
know
is.
he came from Bayern?
No, he didn't.
Somewhere in the back of my head. probably.
Because someone probably mentioned it before.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would have
yeah.
never guessed.
Yeah.
I would have thought he came straight from Turkey.
We'll keep it that way.
Turkey. But
Yeah.
what do we got here?
Yeah.
We have bro, Juve lost today. WTF?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
RB Com says I always remember seeing Chetty. Oh, the striker. Yeah, a lot of many years for preseason games. Is that who you're talking about? Chetty for the striker, Italian guy. He was supposed to be good and just did nothing.
All right. Would you trade Juve's 9 in a row Scudetti for a Champions League?
You go first.
I answered mine already. Oh
Did
no, I
you?
did. No, I
What'd you
did for I
say?
did
Not
for
today.
I did for 5, I think. You got to answer.
So you trade
I gotta go
5.
first?
I'm not. I didn't
Those
say
5 in a row for one Champions League.
I didn't answer. Still answer
He
first.
said 9, all 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you
Question?
trade
That's
all
the
9
question.
for a
It
champion?
was 9 in a
So you're
row
going
for
back to
one
2
Champions
stars.
League.
Oh no, no,
Really?
no. Got to
back
stay
to
better
you.
than Inter. 3 stars.
Damn.
Got to keep that lead.
How many would you trade then?
How many?
How many of those would you trade for a champion?
We're at 36 now, so we're keeping this. Let's say like trade like 4.
4?
4.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think that's a little under.
You think that's too little?
Yeah.
That's too little.
Really?
Wow. What are you saying?
I'd probably do 4 or 5. I think 5.
Okay.
That's a good number.
Okay, should have said 4.
Yeah, Moise Keane.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we scroll up a little bit? I think we missed a couple. What about Javinko? What about okay?
Was
we don't-
Jovico from the academy?
No, he was.
Didn't he come from
Jovinko?
somewhere else?
No,
Or
they
went
they
there after?
they sold him to Parma,
Yeah.
and then
he
they
went back.
bought him back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That'll count.
Yeah,
I'll count that.
You count
You
that?
Top-
count that?
top
Oh.
TFC
I'll
talent
count
right there.
that, yeah.
He was
TFC
actually
gold.
good for Juve though when he played. Pure Bets Bro says, side note, Independiente.
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
you
gosh,
butchered
bro.
that.
There's like
Independiente,
there's too
like-
many vowels.
Not
many
really.
vowels.
Especially
I mean,
Bruno
yeah.
played
Did you say it?
The Italian language is too many vowels,
Independiente.
no?
Okay.
Independiente.
De Valle is
Oh
crushing
my
River
God.
Plate currently.
What's the score?
2-0.
They'll win Copa Libertadores soon.
Yes, they will, man.
Who's playing?
BL Dude says, thoughts on Gattuso and Cannavaro, both coaching Croatia's biggest clubs, Hajduk Split and Dinamo Zagreb. I didn't even know
big, man.
that, to be honest.
That's big. Should they come coach in Serie A?
I mean, they
I
did.
don't know about Gattuso coming back again. I don't know about that.
No, he's done.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
No one's gonna hire him. He's not
Yeah.
that good.
I only knew he was coaching in the Croatian league because he went viral again for
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
What did he do this time?
it was like a video of
think I know- I
him
think I
like
know what
talking
you're
to the
talking about.
reporter, and he was like,
Stop asking me stupid questions like that. or
yeah,
something like that.
something like that, saying something abrasive.
Of course.
Always. I know Cannavaro was like when he was in Qatar, like he was coaching with Lippi as his assistant.
Has he coached in Serie A, Cannavaro?
I think Serie B.
Serie
Yeah,
B?
not in
I don't
Serie A,
think so,
not
yeah.
that I know of.
Do you think he has the potential to do something?
I don't know. He's been all over the place.
Cannavaro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
As a gaffer?
I think the next guy to be a decent gaffer in the Serie A is going to be the other Inzaghi, the real
He's
Inzaghi.
coming back.
Be Fabio Grosso,
Yeah.
Fabio
No.
Grosso.
maybe.
It's not going to be Fabio Grosso.
Isn't he's coaching thing? Isn't he? Didn't he just bring
he's
Sassuolo
coaching
back up?
Sassuolo.
He is?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Who's the City F fan here? Me or you?
It's Serie B.
Oh, City A
Different
now.
league.
Not yet.
City A now.
Not yet.
We're gonna have both Inzaghi brothers
Yeah.
That's cool.
next
That's
season
cool. That's
again.
cool.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit. Moise Kean is a solid Juve Academy graduate. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's Juve Academy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, man, 9 in a row. I'm not trading it. Yeah, we're not either.
5 were bought at least.
You can say that about all the big teams. Like,
Can
how,
you?
how many CLs did Madrid buy? Tell me, Matt.
You guys are
A
you
lot,
guys are
bro.
on the
They
same
paid for
boat.
The first 5 at least.
You guys are both on the same boat, man.
But y'all got caught for it though.
Yeah, that's
Twice,
true.
no?
Yeah, we got caught because we got actually investigated.
So no one else gets
Yeah,
investigated.
No,
Just Juve.
No, no one does.
It's
Really?
true.
No.
Why is that?
Because everyone hates us.
It's
True.
Juve, man.
Alright.
Now you get it.
No one
There
hates
you go.
Barca. That's not gonna get investigated.
Yeah.
What do you
Like,
mean?
They always get investigated.
Yeah, you guys
the
don't
whole-
get
the whole
investigated.
The
Negrera
whole
case?
league hates us, bro.
The whole Negrera case, bro?
Yeah.
Come on.
But then it just goes away.
yeah, it goes away.
They
Ours
just get
stays.
to-
Because they're
Because it doesn't
innocent.
weigh.
Because they're innocent.
Like the Artur deal. We should have both got something from that.
Yeah.
At least
It was
you're
fine
admitting
from our
it.
part. I don't know about your part.
Yeah. 60 mil for Pjanic, 70 mil for Artur. Yeah, buddy.
Fair trade.
Or the other way around, maybe. Can't remember what it was.
What else is he saying here?
I was, oh, yeah. Reno was beefing a reporter. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what it was. Gattuso was my spirit animal. I think you guys would agree.
Come
Low
on.
key.
That's funny.
Oh,
Sometimes maybe shit. Sometimes
Because he plays like Gattuso.
in his prime or
Prime.
currently.
Gattuso was a big Serie A club. Would give some generational crash outs nowadays.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
It's true. We need that.
Would you take him at Juve? No, I'm joking.
Dang.
Would you though? Like
No.
no.
Madrid get caught to buy, they allow it.
Two, but they allow it.
Oh, two, but they allow it. There's you need a comma there. Most underrated Juve player of the last decade, Mario Mandzukic for me.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's mine too, man.
Interesting.
He is
That's a
he is
good
underrated.
shout.
Dirty player, man.
Yeah. So
Martin
who's
Cáceres.
Shout out Mario.
who's your most underrated
Yeah,
Juve
Cáceres.
player of all time? Of this last decade.
The last decade.
I think.
Maybe like 2015 to now, I guess.
So pretty much since he's been falling.
Since Spatty's been a fan. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kidding.
I would say for me, Sami Khedira.
It's a good
Good
shout.
shout.
He was
Always solid.
always
Yeah.
he's always solid. Always good.
You got a Khedira kit.
Yeah, but it's Germany though. It was free.
True.
There you go.
Who would you say?
I would say Douglas Costa. We
Mm.
brought him up earlier. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that he was injured often, though. But I will say,
he was injured a lot.
yeah,
You're right.
he became a super sub after because of that. But he was great to have off the bench.
His physique as well was like something out of the ordinary. He's
Mhm.
Low
small
center of
but
gravity.
freaking
Yeah.
strong and everything.
RBcom saying most underrated player was Barzagli. Got overlooked by Chiellini. Absolute beast.
I love Barzagli, man.
Yeah, solid.
Even when, no, it's true. Out of all those three defenders, I think Barzagli was such a underrated player.
Bro, you're talking on your ass, man.
Bro,
I've never heard you
100%.
talk about Barzagli until today.
because that's exactly why, man.
Nah, I got a player though.
Underrated.
It's true.
Stefan Lichtsteiner.
Oh
Yeah.
Lichtsteiner.
He was a beast.
Oh, yeah.
He was a beast. To be
So good.
fair.
Yeah. He was awesome.
Oh,
All great shows.
Morata with the when he did the
Morata.
glass celebration.
Yeah, against City.
To be fair,
that's
Morata
a
was
good
pretty
shout.
underrated. For
He
me,
was, he was
like,
good.
Yeah.
He was solid.
Won us a
Even
lot
the
of games.
second time he came back too, I thought he was underrated as well.
Yeah, he does.
That season with under Pirlo.
He does what he has to do.
That guy's a
Mm.
money laundering type of
No.
player though.
He's
Wow.
actually a good player though. He does well for the team.
Does he do well?
No,
Does he
no,
do good
Nah,
enough?
he does good enough.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
like, you know what? It was good that he
He-
came back.
I think he's a good like rotation player. I don't think he's a
He's
starter.
a good support striker.
Yeah, or that. Yeah,
Like you got someone else.
So not starting quality.
I think what his first stint at Juve, he was starting quality.
Yeah.
But after that,
Since.
he's been all over the place.
He's in Turkey now, no?
Who?
Morata? Where-
No, he's good. Yeah, Turkey, Galatasaray.
Galatasaray,
Yeah.
yeah.
RBcom saying my boy Rugani was underrated.
Oh my
Didn't get his
God.
flowers. That's
Bro,
Chris's
now-
favorite player.
Now he's
low-key.
playing good at Ajax, and Juve won him back.
That's crazy.
There's no way you're bringing
Sounds
him
about
back.
right.
So.
I saw the rumors saying that he knows the club well.
Holy shit.
We need
Sure he
center
does.
backs. Why not?
So would you be comfortable with like a Rugani and Gatti duo going into next season? Like,
Who's
how, like,
saying-
on a scale of 1 to 10, if that was your starting center back duo going into next season, how confident
Probably
are
win the
you in
league.
top 4?
Win the league.
No, I'm being serious.
Why would that be the starting two?
Bremer
Yeah.
always gets hurt.
No,
And then
he
you
just
left
tore his
Gatti.
ACL. Never gets hurt.
Isn't it like the third season in a row he got hurt?
No. Okay, other ones are just like small ones. Rugani and Vega. That's the duo.
Are you guys gonna buy Vega though?
No,
30
I
mil?
don't think Chelsea's gonna sell him.
Apparently they will. 30 mil. I read it today. Apparently Spurs want him.
Huh?
Interesting.
Spurs want him.
That's
30
a good
mil.
show.
Chelsea want. Are you doing it? 30 mil for
Yeah.
Vega?
100%. Yeah.
Did you like Rugani at Juve?
Yes. It's hard to say. I did as like a third center back.
Yeah.
But did you like him enough to buy his jersey?
No.
'Cause that's what this
No.
guy did.
He has a Juve jersey.
Do you actually?
Juve Rugani kid.
Oh
Shoulda
my
wore it.
God.
But this is when he
So
was like
cute.
he was young though. When
This
he
was
when
an academy player.
this is when like him and Romagnoli were like the two big things.
Jeez.
Fair.
So I got
yeah.
You thought he was next up.
I thought he was
Let
next
me
up.
invest
That's
early,
valid.
get a kid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
valid. No, looking back, like I think we actually missed him after. Like this season, certainly, I think it would have been
Yeah.
better to keep him. I mean, obviously, we didn't expect the injuries to happen,
Yeah,
but as a supportive center back, always like stepping in to like I said, someone who's a depth piece, basically. Did his
Yeah.
job.
Now I have a question for you. Obviously, like we said, poor choice of a Rugani jersey.
Hmm.
Any jerseys that you have that you with the name in the back that you kind of are like, shouldn't have kind of got that. Looking back,
No, actually,
that's good.
no, I don't. I've got Marquisio, Pirlo, Pogba, and Dybala.
So you
on,
stick with like the actual good players. You didn't go
Yeah.
out of
Good
order.
talent
Maybe.
idea.
Don't you have a Delict
Unlike
jersey?
someone else
Yeah.
here.
He has a Delict jersey too.
Oh,
Who else do you have?
man.
It's
that
because
you
I
don't know?
invest early. Like I'm like okay.
You should have learned.
No.
You should have learned already.
You just call me a nerd?
picky.
Learned.
I'm picky about who I put on my kit.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not-
I like investing. That's why. If
Invest.
like Delict, he was supposed to be a
true.
top
He
center
was,
back.
He was.
He was.
Rugani
But
was
that Ajax team
He
sold
was
his dreams though, low
fraudulent.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rugani was supposed to be a top center back. Who else do I have? I probably have a lot of stupid players.
You have a Morata, I think.
Yeah, but Morata, that was his first stint. That's when he was good.
Maybe you have a curse once you buy their kit.
He did for a bit. You did
Yeah.
actually have a curse for a bit. Anytime you bought a player, like they would leave the next season.
I bought Pogba. He left.
Yeah. There you go.
That's crazy.
Bought Pogba, Tevez, he left. Morata left.
I got a comment here. I'm gonna get hate for this, but we move. Speaking of rotation players, McKinney should be bench or squad player. Today's game showed it. He's a whole lot of mid.
Damn. Thoughts?
I know you're a big McKennie fan. What do you think about that statement?
I think like
She has him starting.
yeah. No, I'm still a McKennie fan. Like if you look at his career overall at Juve, I mean, the guy's also been playing out of position for a lot of it and still has had some great seasons. I'm a fan of his. I think maybe like this could be more like recency bias, but also everyone was mid today. Right? So I don't know. But it's definitely a personal take. But
Fair enough.
He's playing right
Yeah.
mid. Played right mid today.
Yeah.
plays
Versatile.
everywhere. He's
Versatile.
playing fullback, center mid.
Versatile.
I like him the best in the midfield and then like getting forward. Attacking, yeah.
Yeah,
attacking mid.
he's like a jack of all trades. He can do everything pretty much. Not that he does it to like an elite level, but he does everything
Does all
well.
of it.
So he's like average at everything.
Above average.
Above average, yeah.
Chris has a Pinsolio jersey. I think that's what he's trying to say. Poslingo. I don't know who that is. I have an El Shaarawy Milan kit. Bro left immediately. I wish he stayed at Milan. He would have been.
El Shaarawy had the streets though.
Yeah.
Like,
He
you can't
did.
be mad if someone had a
He
Milan El
did.
Shaarawy kit, you know?
Yeah. Because he
I'd
went,
actually be excited if I saw one.
Yeah.
Sick kid.
exactly. My
Exactly.
brother has
If
one.
I see someone walking in the streets with a Rugani jersey, I'm like, what the hell?
Like, what is this guy
Nah,
thinking?
he has a
This
streets,
guy
though.
must be related to him or something.
yeah.
There's a
Must be a
street.
cousin.
Yeah.
There's a street.
Gugino. McKinney is a Swiss Army knife player merchant.
Damn.
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah. Kiribats is trying to sell you Juve cards. He's a PSA 10 jersey patch. Dybala.
Gee. Do you know what that means?
I have no idea.
All these American players are legit utility players. Only talented American is Pulisic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would you take Pulisic at Juve
No.
right now?
No.
No?
But I just don't like Pulisic.
You don't
Why is
need to
that?
play like Pulisic.
Finally, someone with some
Either.
sense.
Why- why-
Yeah, I don't rate him.
Finally,
not?
someone
Bro,
with some sense. around
what's
here.
his like form now? His bro had a purple patch too, I swear.
Yeah. I
It's just-
just,
It's ever since Conte Sal came in. That's
Okay.
when-
No,
yeah,
before that.
No.
he was, yeah.
You know what it was? As soon as January hit, It was one of your January blues.
Yeah, it could
Was
be.
Pulisic.
Yeah.
That's when Conceição came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was never good, man.
Conceição,
He was
I
never
know.
good.
He was
No,
good at Chelsea.
Pulisic.
He was good at Chelsea. He was good at Dortmund.
He wasn't good at Dortmund.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't good at Dortmund.
Bro, he left for a big price. He's obviously good.
Because he's American.
9 goals, 8 assists this season.
He's never good for
That's not even bad. He's about to hit double digits in both.
That's not that bad
His
if we're
stats
being
are
honest.
decent this season, but
9 goals and 8 assists, you said?
It's not bad. Come on.
It's not bad at all.
Bad, but we're talking
hasn't
like
scored a
like the
goal.
second coming of Christ.
Since March 15th.
thank you. I agree.
Against Como was his last goal.
Dude, he only scores
March
against
15th.
lower teams.
Sure.
Teams that, love Serie B. If you look at the last
Como's not a
season,
Serie B team.
Lecce is down. They were like a year and a half ago. Lecce is
good
down
now.
there. I think he scored against Lecce. Monza. I guarantee you scored against Monza. If you go far enough back.
So you're saying he's a stat pattern?
I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying.
He scored against Juve and Inter in January.
There you go.
There you go.
I guess
one good team.
like
against.
all like ex-Dortmund players are just stat patters.
He was never a stat.
Haaland.
He's never a dude. He never put up good stats for Dortmund. Like never.
Sure,
He
man.
never did, bro. I don't think he had a season bet with Dortmund that was better than what he's doing right now at Milan.
No, this is obviously his best.
It's his best season of his
Stint.
career.
Maybe last year, but
Hold on, scroll up a
wow.
bit, Dan. Jay had something that he said. So Jay says, where does Serie A rank in the top 5 leagues?
It's a question for me.
yo,
We've had this.
everything Jay asks is
It's
probably
probably
towards
directed
you.
for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Wait, say it again with your chest.
Number 1. Best
There you
league
go.
in the world.
Okay.
Best league in the world.
Why?
It's my pinned tweet.
And tell us why for some people who might not believe that.
Why? Well, I think it's underrated in terms of like when it's spoken about just in the grander scheme of things in the football community. I love Serie A for the entertainment on the pitch, off the pitch. There's a fair amount as well. I love the clubs, the culture, because it's my background as well. There's definitely that connection to it as well. So, I mean, just beautiful locations, historic clubs. Like you can't get better for me.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay. Chris, do you agree? Mr. Serie A correspondent for the footy culture.
I don't know. This year is. I always say they're always in the top 1 or 2, but
Okay.
this year it's tough, man. This has kind of been bad.
Last year you would have said 1.
Yeah, this year,
This year, though.
because of all our eliminations in the Champions League, Europa League, like it's not showing us really well. I think Milan and Juve are not the same Milan Juve that we should be. I got like 3 maybe,
Three.
right now, 3.
So back when Juve were winning 9 in a row, would you still say the same thing?
I'll say 2.
You'd say 2? Would you
Yeah.
say 1 still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially at that point.
The 9 in a row only because the rest of the teams weren't that good.
Interesting.
In terms of competitiveness, probably 1. Bravo says 3, especially this year.
That's fair.
Mm.
Competitiveness. It is a competitive league.
Liverpool are running away with this league title this season, and so are PSG, so are Barca kinda. So yeah, I guess
Barca's
those,
not running away with it. It's
yeah,
close.
it's kind of given.
4 points.
Marco, good job on football. Cush's page. Oh,
Shout out Marco.
shout out. And so are Bayern. It's true as well.
Terrible Bayern team.
Name me a top 10 player of all time that spent any part of their prime in the Premier League, other than Ronaldo.
That's actually a great point.
Name me a top 10 player of all time that's been any.
That's actually, you know what?
De Bruyne.
Top 10 player all time, Kevin De Bruyne.
Of all time? Okay.
That's what the question was.
Top 10 midfielders?
Hey, if we're talking about these leagues like all time, then I would probably put Serie A 1 or 2 with La Liga.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But
Historic.
I want to switch the question a bit, though. Top 10 midfielders, and I would put De Bruyne in there for sure.
All time? He's not top 10 midfielder all time.
Put him 10.
Yeah.
Would you?
Squeaking in 10.
Squeaking in 10.
Who
I
are the
don't know. I
9
don't
ahead
think
of
he's a
him?
top
I
10.
don't know, but I think he's up there.
All
He-
time's
what he's
tough.
done
All
is-
time's tough.
He
It's
might
tough.
be. He's a top 10 Premier League player. Premier League midfielder all time. He's not top 10.
So Premier League goats. Give me Premier League goats.
It's probably like it's all United
You
players.
said Sal. No. Then you said
Henry.
Henry.
Wait, no, what'd you say? Wait, who's the best midfielder of all time then in the Premier League?
In the Premier
The
League?
best
Premier
Premier League
People say
midfielder of all time.
Gerrard.
He said De Bruyne.
Kevin De
You
Bruyne.
said De
I
Bruyne.
say De Bruyne.
I
So
say
then
De
wouldn't
Bruyne
that
too.
kind of correlate?
Yeah, but is
in
he
him
is
kind of getting into that?
compared
No,
to the
because-
rest?
But he's saying a top 10 player of all time.
Yeah.
I'm switching it to midfielders.
Even if it was top 10 midfielder of all time, you can probably name 10 better midfielders from like La Liga alone.
Yeah. Like there was 3 just on that Barca team. Like
And then there's
Xavi,
then
Iniesta,
there's also
Busquets.
then there's
Yeah.
also probably 3 or at least 2 on the Madrid team.
Yeah.
Juve,
Then you
Milan.
Lothar Matthäus. Just gotta throw him in there.
Same-
Won a Ballon
Pirlo.
d'Or.
Same thing with
Yeah.
Bayern. A lot of quality midfielders there in their
I
prime.
think,
Zidane.
I think you give
Maybe
a couple years and people are gonna start.
you know
saying
what?
different.
Maybe he makes top
Watch.
30.
Watch. No.
Top 30, mid top 15.
Wow, that's
can
actually a good
see
shout.
I think a
Marco.
couple years.
That's a
from
good
now, you'll see
question,
the
though.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Good question, Marco.
Even Ronaldo's prime wasn't in the prem.
No.
No.
His last year in the Prem was part of his
Start
prime.
of his
it's
prime,
not-
probably.
But he was
But it
still
was-
like a
but
top 10
it-
player that played
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
league,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
That's true, but not his prime.
Like he won
per
a
se.
Ballon d'Or in the Prem, right?
he did.
Yeah.
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 He won everything
I
that
think
year.
that's fair.
He
Yeah.
had trouble, right?
And then, but yeah, obviously his prime is Madrid. Like that's when he took off.
Comps
Yeah.
just to chill with this one.
Means nothing. Look how
chill.
United and Spurs are,
Oh
and
my-
they'll probably make a final. Dang.
Chill.
We're gonna have
Like we
14th
said.
place and 16th or 17th place in a Europa League final, which would be crazy.
Potentially. That's crazy.
We were talking about this on our last pod, so that would be a.
That'd be a
Would-
doozy.
Is there gonna be a 14th place team that win? That's gonna be in the what
In
Champions League next
Champions
year?
League,
That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Pure
Team-
Bet says in terms of entertainment, Serie A is second.
Really? What do you got first, though?
Yeah.
Pure bets?
He's probably gonna put.
I wouldn't say
Prem.
Premier League. No, it's not that.
He's gonna say the Portuguese league.
Joe Cole.
Yeah.
Pure bet said Joe Cole. Joe Cole's
Joe
not top
Cole?
10.
No.
I think
come
he's trolling, bro.
Trolling.
He's got
Top 15 midfielders or top 20. Bro, can you
Yeah.
switch it? Who are you? What?
on. Which Serie A team has best kid of all time?
What Serie A
Oh.
team? That's Palermo.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh,
the same,
that's a
bro.
good
These kids
shout.
are so nice. What about Venezia? Venezia too.
Venezia?
Low key.
Oh,
no,
like the
no.
recent ones you're talking about.
Not even.
Yeah.
All timers? No. All timer?
Bro, classic
I was hoping
Palermo.
it'd be like Fiorentina, like the
No,
veterans.
Dude, even
Seven
even
Up.
With the
even
7-Up, yeah.
Inter's
Or
all-timers-
Nintendo.
Inter's all timers when they first
Yeah.
moved to Nike.
Yeah, a couple of those
Mm.
kids with
Pirelli.
the
Like the T90s, when the T90s were, I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah,
the era.
Ronaldo time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Juve.
a lot of kids.
Juve's
You've had
got
some
some.
sick
The
kids
pink
too.
ones.
Sony.
kids,
Well,
yeah.
whatever. I'm like wrapping myself.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of UV on this panel.
How about that Fiorentina kit that they couldn't play with because it got banned
Yeah, little.
because of the symbols?
Which one?
There was a
There's
Fiorentina one.
a Fiorentina one that had the symbols of something bad.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
It looked like it.
Roma has the best jerseys.
Which
Roma,
one?
bro,
Oh,
cla-
they-
classic Roma is
Appa? Classic
They had the
Appa?
Barilla,
yeah.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah.
Roma is the
Okay.
nicest jerseys.
Nice little barilla.
the
Yeah,
wolf
some
logo.
Good pasta.
Yeah, I don't think there's a team out there that's better. It's hard to beat Roma jerseys worldwide.
It's
First
hard
of all,
to beat Serie A jerseys, I think.
Yeah.
All time.
classic ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've always had.
Do they have like the nicest overall kits in like the top 5 leagues? Serie A? Do you guys think?
Currently,
I
like right
think
now,
Like in general?
or like all time.
I think
All time.
in
All
general.
time, 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The thing with Serie A, like you could go from like top to bottom. All the teams are gonna have like at least one nice classic kit. I don't think you could do that with the other leagues. Like yeah, you have like in the Premier, you have like United has nice kits. City has nice kits now. Then you have all the other teams, Arsenal, all those guys have nice. But if you go through, like you're gonna like Nottingham Forest, all those teams, Southampton, like I don't think you're gonna find a classic jersey
They're
there.
just like
No.
boring. They're just boring. Like
Yeah.
Well, the thing
kits,
is, like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like Serie A is like there's some lower teams that don't have those big sponsors. Like most
Mhm.
teams in the Premier League are Nike, Adidas,
Yeah,
Puma. So like they all have the same style or style of the kit. They just change the colors a bit.
for sure.
You know, at Serie A, it's like there's like so many different brands.
Like if I had to say like top 3 like kit makers right now, I would probably say like Macron, Kappa,
Yeah.
and Adidas. But like yeah, and in Serie A, like you pointed out, they have like
Probably a lot
Area,
more.
there's other different brands and stuff, and even some Serie B kits are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like there's just some nice ones.
Yeah.
Can't
For
go wrong with the
sure.
Sassuolo kid. Green and black.
The green and black, yeah.
I think you can never go wrong with a pop. What's it?
Papa,
Palermo.
Palermo
Americano?
kit.
There you go.
Yeah, Palermo.
a Palermo Amati
There
kit.
you go. This
No,
guy's
you
putting up the
can't.
kits, bro. Those Parma
Oh
kits
my-
were nasty
those
too.
are
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
this Parma.
Yeah.
kit.
Milan 06-07.
Okay, right
Yeah.
there, those Juve kits. That might be an all-timer kit.
Mhm.
We'll
Buy-
give it
buy-
a couple
buy
of
one.
years. Huh?
Buy one.
I don't know who to put in the back. That's the problem.
No one.
No, I got one.
Someone you want to
Don't.
leave, put Douglas Luiz on
Gatti.
that.
Throw Gatti on there. You won't get a Gatti.
I want to
kit.
Yildiz. That's the problem.
Oh, he's
He's
gone.
gonna leave the year
he's,
after.
He's
No,
gone.
no, don't
he's
get it,
so,
don't get
he's
it.
gone if you buy that kit, and you know it too.
I know I'm scared. That's why I don't want to buy it.
Just buy a blank
No.
or put Pogba on it. Pogba.
What? For what?
He's technically on the team.
No. Come on, man.
Right?
Damn.
It's crazy.
But yeah,
No, that's some nice kids.
Some beautiful
This
ones.
one is nice.
yeah. To see
Par-
the
I
children.
feel like Parma is down here a
Mm.
lot.
Yeah, Parma. I
Yeah.
forgot how
Yeah,
nice Parma's
Parma
kids
in the
are.
90s, man.
lot.
Yeah, Parma in the 90s was goaded.
This was nice with the wolf.
Yeah.
Milan. have
I
I
nice
love a
ones.
good wolf kit.
Lazio had some nice
Lazio's
ones.
That
nice
Venezia
one.
Lazio kits
kit.
too. That Venezia kit too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's no doubt. It's
That
yeah,
Palermo
See
kit.
that Napoli kit? If you scroll up,
That's a nice one too.
That one?
I think it says NR on it as the brand maker.
Yes.
That's that like. So his name's Nicola Raculia, and he made all those classic kits and handmade them
That's
at
crazy.
their own little place just outside of Pescara. And I was reading about it because there was an article about it in the New York Times recently, and it's really cool. Like all handmade, produced in Italy, and some of those iconic like Fiorentina, the Roma Barilla kit, all of those were from his design, like his imagination.
Really?
One guy, yeah, it's crazy.
So
and
is this guy.
well, so basically, they ended up getting like undercut by big companies that came in, were producing kits after. So now there's been a bit of a revamp. So you can actually purchase some of those vintage kits, and he's remaking them. Same thing, by hand, original materials at the same place, but they're obviously a hefty price.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
definitely
But-
much older now too.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool little piece of history that like I didn't even realize. I had no idea.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's a nice jersey right there. 0203 Roma.
I like the,
Yeah.
Man, this
the,
was-
the
this
Milan
was-
kit underneath
Oh,
it.
the Diodoro
That's a
one
good
right
one.
there.
That one.
1990.
This
Oh,
one
I
is
don't know.
legendary.
This
This one's
That
legendary.
one's
That-
legendary, 98 too.
The Roma one right there,
This one?
man.
Yeah, that one.
The Diodora, yeah.
I don't. I like the 02. That
With
just
the
reminds me of
wolves- with
Totti.
The wolves on
The Mazda kit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
clean.
The Mazda
That's
kit's
clean.
cool.
Can they see this?
Yeah, I'm showing them.
Oh.
Oh, what's
What's
this?
that?
98.99.
Venezia. That's
Jeez.
pretty cool. Never seen that one. before.
Lion.
I have not seen them before either. That one's sick.
Some gems in here.
That's
It's the Roma
pretty
Barilla.
cool.
Yeah.
This
That
one's
Inter one's nice too. Yeah, Fiorucci.
More vibrant, that one.
It's a nice blue.
Body.
Yeah, that body kit's sick too.
That's nice.
Bologna.
Yeah, you
Cagliari,
could be on here all day.
I know.
That one screams out Adriano.
What, the 0506?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
Pirelli.
miss it, man.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Imperador.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Good
Well,
kits.
back to. We probably have more here.
See what chat's saying. Which team has the best stadium?
Roma.
Think so?
Yeah.
You agree?
Which team has the best stadium?
Which Serie A
In terms
team?
of atmosphere, I've heard Roma.
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch it, like
Has the track
just
around it.
incredible. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people don't like the fact that there's a track, right? Like in terms of like,
That's me right
you
there.
don't like the track.
I'm not a fan of track.
I love the track. The
You know-
track's sick.
There's something to be said about selling, hopping the fence, running
Yeah.
across the track to the fans.
I
There's,
guess.
love that.
there's also one thing you're running like a freaking mile to get to your fans.
Yeah.
It's delayed, you know, makes it better.
Oh my gosh, no. I know I've been to that stadium. It's very nice. I love the San Siro though.
San Siro,
Good
yeah.
one.
To me, I
broken.
like the way it's built like
It's built like a.
I don't know, man. It's like a
gladiators-
coliseum. Like
a
I like
coliseum.
like
It's
like
that.
there's tall. They're not too like out. Like you feel like you're experiencing the whole thing.
Like you're
it's-
over
it's,
the field.
It's closed
Yeah, it
off.
does
You
feel
hear
like that.
everything.
They even have those pillars that when you're walking up the stairs, it looks like
Yeah, those are terrible to walk down.
Oh yeah.
it looks like it's moving the whole time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
cool. It's
That was a
spinning.
that was
Yeah.
a
It
mission.
does.
To get
But no love for the Alliance Stadium though?
Hmm.
Another good one too.
Yeah?
Certainly.
Well, how do you feel that way?
I've never been.
It's empty.
Oh,
Yeah,
but like
you
in terms
gotta-
of how it looks.
You gotta go, man.
No, that's nice.
It's got like
Yeah.
40K
That's
capacity.
nice. Yeah, it's a nice stadium. It's just
Massive.
I wish it was
Picture in there.
bigger.
Do you think the
40K
capacity should be
Plenty
bigger?
seats for him.
Yeah.
What is it right
I
now?
don't know if you
Like
could.
40K.
Yeah, it's.
It's like almost as much as TFC, no?
That's
No, it's way more than it's like 10,000 more, right?
that's pretty small.
Not if we get that expansion. Come on, man.
I mean, in the Serie A, to have like a relatively new stadium like that is like, because you can see some of the state of some of the stadiums
Yeah.
that they play in. Like that is definitely a bonus for Juve.
Yo, right comes out of nowhere and just.
There's something to be said about like you know a stadium being historic and stuff too. Like I
Yeah.
mean, look at the San Siro.
100%.
Yeah.
What's the Barca's new stadium gonna be again?
The
new
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 camp?
Yeah, the
Spotify
The
new.
new
Yeah, the
camp?
new
How,
new
how
camp.
many is it gonna be?
I think like
100 and-
just about 100K.
Wow.
That's a
I
lot.
guess those are just levels though. So
Jeez.
This guy, bro.
Wow.
He didn't
Oh,
even know how
levels,
much.
bro.
This guy had no
Yeah.
clue.
Yo, where's the
No, I
stadium
didn't.
located?
We're in the new, bro.
What barrio of Barcelona is this?
Yeah.
Re77 says, y'all see Inter get worked today?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
They
brother.
did.
We just been talking about it, man.
Yeah.
What else do people say?
RB saying, I got to bounce, guys. Can't wait to see more content. You guys are the GOATs. Great guest you got on, too.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate
you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Let's,
Petro says San Siro is the worst FIFA stadium.
Oh, my
in the-
God. Yeah,
So
the
much
shadows.
shade.
The shadows are brutal.
The shadows are brutal. That's so funny.
Okay. Well, let's get back to a little bit more Juve.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Let's
more
get
Juve?
back.
To be honest, I'm kind of done.
I'm Juve. I'm Juve.
I got one more question
Nah,
here.
no.
I'm joking.
I got one more question. It's like a double question.
So you got
Double
two questions,
header.
two more questions.
Uh-oh.
It's one question, but two.
It's like it's 2 questions.
It's 1.5.
Okay.
We'll go 1.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does Juve get back to the top, and how does Serie A get back to the top as well? Like, how does that become like the actual top league? And we're like our teams. Like, how do we make them better?
Well, I think both of them have to do with ownership, right? So, like you said, it is kind of one question.
Yeah, that's why I was
Right.
trying to go with it. Yeah.
I agree. I think that Juve certainly ownership. Like we've got President Ferrero Rocher sitting in the
Yeah.
sitting in the stands. It's like makes an appearance every once in a while. He was asleep during one of the games.
No.
Like
Christ.
that, yeah, he literally was. But and then Agnelli leaving. Agnelli had his faults certainly. By the end, I don't know how you felt about Agnelli by the end of his time at Juve,
He's gonna come back.
but
He was the glue, low-key, you know?
he was low key. I think that having an owner like that who truly loved the club as much as he did and still does, I mean, and he was so visionary from creating the next gen to building the stadium. So much of what he did for Juve, the project. I mean, the decade of dominance with him there. Like, I think that the ownership needs a change. That we have someone that's going to be leading a project for the club, because right now there's just no direction.
Nope. I'm hearing that he's coming back.
Yeah, so I heard
Really?
that.
Damn.
So we
You're
can't.
happy,
We
you're
low-key
happy
need
about
him.
that?
Yeah, we need him. We need
Yeah.
him.
I know you said one thing before, that if Juve is doing good, the Serie A is doing good.
Yeah, of course. That's what.
You agree? 100%?
Yeah,
they're the
I
glue.
think so. I mean, like honestly, also Milan too, and Inter. Unfortunately, I don't want to say that, but yeah,
But they do good when Juve's got to do good. Like if we gotta all grow as.
yeah,
Kind
As a
of
group,
coincide together.
yeah.
Pure Bets is done with Juve, so give us another topic and we'll talk about it.
He says Juve needs to get relegated to smarten up.
It's happened before, right?
No.
Technically.
Yeah, technically.
Oh,
Ree says Mwani signing was pointless. You already have a good 9 in Vlahovic. He was all right. Build around him. Give him good food, and he'll bag
Good
goals.
food.
Yeah, I changed it. Good service, good food. Subbing him off early or not starting him every game is crazy.
I don't know. I heard the opposite from Juve fans. A lot of Juve fans seemed like they were kind of
Over him?
getting angry with Vlahovic and kind of how his performance kind of like dwindled a little bit. And he
That-
wasn't like really the 9 that you guys kind of needed to score goals. And I feel like Mwani at first was like that spark,
Wow.
right? Like, wow, he's scoring goals. Someone's scoring goals for us, right?
It also coincided with Mota though. Like it didn't really work out in the play style. I mean, nothing worked out. So I think that was the reason.
Yeah. I mean, there was so much hype when we signed him in January. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, it was so exciting. And then, I don't know. I don't think just between Allegri and then Mota, I think the guy just needs a change of environment. Like, I'm starting to even doubt the season he had there at Fiorentina. It's like now it's becoming a distant memory. It's tough. It's tough.
You think he stays in Serie A if he moves?
No.
No, 'cause I
Prem.
don't see where he would go.
Prem or like
He also has a huge wage bill. Like, he's the highest paid
That he
player in
wants.
Serie A.
That's
Why?
crazy. Is that justified, do you think?
No,
no.
no.
Who should be the highest paid player in Serie A?
Oh, good question.
If Dybala could stay fit, probably him, but he can't.
Ah.
So
You think?
yeah,
So
still
he's
the
so
best
you're
player.
saying he'd be the face of the league if he could stay
He
fit.
was for how long when he was at
Yeah.
Juve?
I'm talking about right now.
Right now.
Who is the face of the Serie A right now?
Barella maybe. Lautaro.
Lautaro? Unfortunately, probably him
Yeah,
or
it's probably
Barella.
Lautaro. It's an Inter player. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's okay.
Ree has a good question. He says, "Who's better, Louis Skelly or Balde?"
That's a crazy question.
Balde, bro, obviously. Louis Skelly just started playing decent. Balde's been doing it for a little bit longer.
Skelly's just aura farming, man.
Yeah, he comes in, just aura farms, and then leaves every time.
Bravo says Balde is better than Lewis Skelly.
Mixed sauces, never mind those scrubs. Damn.
McTominay. Would you take McTominay at Juve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. McTominay's talented.
McTominay
is.
is what Locatelli wishes he'd be.
Damn.
okay, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Locatelli's been good this year. He's like the one and only bright spot of like the year.
Tommy's
Jesus.
the face of Serie A.
Are you happy about McTominay's performances?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
I
good at
like to
United.
see players leave and do well because it just shows how
Yeah.
poor managed that club is.
Yeah.
Is he loaner or did they purchase
No,
him?
they
purchased
him.
I think it was 40 mil.
He was good at United though.
So was Lukaku. So was a lot of other
I
players.
know.
that left.
Yeah, Sancho too. Yeah.
A lot of players are also bad too.
Was
Oh.
it? Was there also like rumors that Lukaku? Remember Lukaku? There was rumors that he was going to Juve.
Yeah, it was gonna be a
There
swap for Vlahovic.
Yeah, remember that?
Would
Before
you
he
do
signed
that?
for it, I think.
Yeah,
Would you want
If
Lukaku?
Napoli came
I said I
calling-
was down in the summer.
Are you down now?
Yeah.
If
Nah,
he comes with Conte, yes.
Damn.
Package deal?
No. That's not fair.
Vlahovic has been overwhelming since he signed for Juventus. At the salary he's been paid at, Juve need to part ways with Vlahovic and sell him at the end of the season.
Jeez.
The only problem with that,
Probably.
Who's gonna take his wages?
Yeah.
though, you know?
the only problem with that is we gotta find a team that's gonna pay the wages,
Yeah.
and that team that's gonna pay the wages is probably not gonna give us that much money.
No.
You gotta go send him like Newcastle or something.
I think they
If
were
Is-
actually.
if Isak leaves,
If
he's
Isak
gotta send him
leaves, hey, there
to
you go.
Newcastle. Maybe Nottingham Forest, right?
a Prem team. That's the only
Him
team
and
that's gonna
Chris
pay.
Wood up top, like dude.
Chris Wood.
Or
what
even if
player.
a Saudi team comes calling.
I don't think
Yeah.
Vlavic's gonna want
Him
to
and
go to
Vinny
Saudi.
linking up in Saudi, dude.
Come on.
Vlahovic won't go to Saudi.
Go to Galatasaray, where all the ex-Serie A players.
That
are.
would be Galatasaray. Would
And
be
then we take
crazy.
Osimhen.
Yeah, right.
Oh my.
Would you take Osimhen?
But they don't even own Osimhen.
No,
No, Napoli does.
No.
I wouldn't. He's fantastic, technical striker. Like and I mean the campaign he had when Napoli won the Scudetto.
Yeah.
But just I see like attitude problems and
Oh, true.
You
Yeah.
would dip to the Prem, I think, like after
Yeah.
like,
He
one
wants the
good
Prem.
season.
he wants
yeah.
out.
He wants Chelsea.
But yeah.
Yeah, Rangers. That's a good shout. I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Rangers?
He's also
loses?
like a came out of nowhere too, right? He was on.
It came from Netherlands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AZ, I think. Alkmaar.
Like he was supposed to be the Tonali replacement.
It worked. They finally got one
Yeah.
after a couple of tries.
Yep.
Would you
Yeah.
take just think about strikers and you said Saudi. Would you take Duran?
No.
No?
No.
Guy stinks.
Most overrated striker of all
Yeah.
time.
That's crazy.
That's
There had to be some type of like money laundering that happened with that
Yeah.
transfer. There's no
100%.
way he's worth
From
70
Villa.
million. Yeah, 70 million for that.
He
guy,
scored
bro.
like
He scored like two goals from outside the box, and they said 70 mil.
But like he when he played, he scored. What do you want from a striker?
He's not good though. It's a purple patch, man. He had a purple patch for like 3 weeks.
yeah, it wasn't even that long. Like, he had those 2 UCL games and then 2 Prem
Against
games.
who?
You're the one backing
Bayern
him.
Munich. Is that what I'm saying?
Oh.
Against
Bayern are
Bayern
cheeks
Munich.
this year, bro.
Yeah, Bayern were shit.
Yeah.
Worse shit.
What are you saying here?
Last comment.
As a Milan fan, I would be more than okay with Manyan and Theo sale than Rangers being sold.
Damn.
Management should not
I
be
agree with
selling
that.
him
Yeah.
in the
Or
summer,
Rangers.
100%. We were speaking to me, Marco G, right? Too. He said he'd rather sell Theo over Leao.
If I was a Milan
So
fan,
obvious.
or me, if I was a Milan fan,
You are.
I would want Teo out like now. He hasn't been good,
Yeah.
and if you could get something for him, like a decent amount of money, I'm sure he still has a pretty big price tag.
Would
Yeah.
you take
Yeah.
him at Juve?
No,
What happened with him though? Because he was like one of the better left backs in the world, and he just kind of fizzled out a little
Attitude
bit.
as well.
I think it's something with his wife or something. They've been having problems.
Damn.
Attitude.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
you know what happens.
Dr.
Happens to the best.
Spill.
He's also not really he's not really a defender either.
What?
No.
Theo's not really a defender. Like,
No, he's kind of like the left-sided Trent. Like he doesn't defend.
Yeah.
He just
Left side.
And if you want to defend,
Not getting that.
don't get that.
Yeah.
okay. Last 2 questions, and that is it. Answer the
All
first
right,
is
boss.
as an AC Milan fan. Oh, you already said that.
Literally just read that.
Last question. I mean, Reinders is your star player. Forget Leao, Hernandez, and those scrubs.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's one of the best players in Serie A, I'd say.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, certainly.
Top 5
I think they
probably.
gotta keep Leao.
Top
though.
5 midfielder for sure this
But
season.
without Leao and some of the other scrubs, I don't think Randers is a player there.
Agreed.
They gotta keep Leao.
He takes attention away from. Leao takes attention away from other guys. Lets Rangers shine a
Bro,
little bit
what's
more,
with this
for
guy's
sure.
love with Jovic, bro? Guys, one good game.
He's got his cards.
He must have some
Oh
Jovic
my
cards.
gosh.
Calcio with Reno, what's up?
Oh,
Jeez.
Reno.
What's happening at Casa
What
Inter?
is happening? I don't know what's happening, but I'm glad it's happening, whatever it is.
Serie A been growing
Oh,
on me this year.
yes.
Come on,
The league
Ree.
is pretty
Yo,
good. What
Ree's
do you
aura
guys
farming
think
again.
of Nikola?
He's got to be, bro.
What's it say? Kristovic?
Kristovic.
He's talented, man. Talented player.
Were you aura farming right now?
Who's he play for? Lecce, no?
Yeah, he's a good striker. He's I think he has like more than like 60% of their goals.
Yeah, he's been great.
That's crazy.
Do they have a lot of goals?
they score much?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
not-
but
yeah.
I remember seeing a stat on that.
You taking him at you?
Yeah, he's good, man.
Oh, it's from Montenegro.
Mm. You're
Bro.
taking him at Juve?
Yeah, he's good. If we're getting rid of Vlahovic, we need a striker.
That is a big
Seems
issue
like
this
more of
summer.
the
Yeah,
same.
I would take him. Kolomowani's gonna be gone. We need a striker.
Happy for you.
Man, they
Good
have
job,
23
Juventus.
goals forward, like obviously.
Yeah, but still, like,
60% still pretty impressive, but yeah.
okay, well,
That's 10 goals.
yeah, there you go. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll end it here. Thanks, everyone.
Vlahovic says out, please, bro.
Huh?
Vlahovic out, please.
Yeah, we need him out.
LaFleur, let's finish these off. Theo has not shown to be a leader this season, along with his performances being subpar. I'm fine with him leaving and building around Pulisic, Rangers, and Real.
Are you though?
You're not building on Pulisic, bro. You're not, bro.
Yeah, you are.
I want to finish off then with this. Let's another comment. He's terrible. Vlahovic can't stand him.
End it off with that. What were you gonna say?
Juve needs Bruno back.
Come on.
Hey, quit getting distracted, bro.
I'm getting distracted. Okay. Last question for you. Can you build the best Serie A XI this year so far?
It's tough.
That's a good question.
Man.
That's tough to do.
I just made my underrated XI,
That's a good one. But I want.
but you still want the
He
best.
wants the
I don't
best.
want you under. I want
Just
the
give me
best.
Inter.
Yeah, literally,
You know,
low key.
most of them would be
What formation does that have to be?
Unfortunately,
4-3-3?
yeah, let's go 4-3-3.
Okay.
simple.
Bravo loved your question, by the way.
And in the chat, let us know what you guys think. Like who should be in this team,
If you agree
and if you agree.
with
Okay,
Lance.
goalkeeper.
Keeps. I want to say Spieler.
Yeah, he's been good this year.
I want to say
For Roma, he's
Spieler.
been good.
I mean,
Alright.
maybe he's a little bit of underrated 11, but I'm gonna go with Spieler.
Okay.
Who you
Right
got?
back.
I would put maybe Sommer just because of his clean sheets, but like he plays for Inter. I
know,
could go.
it's
I could go
painful.
for Spieler. That's fine. That's a good one.
Okay, Spieler.
Right back.
Oh man.
Right back's hard. I actually
There
don't.
aren't that many.
Maybe like Dumfries. He's not really a right back, but like
You fit him in the team.
you
Though.
have to. 'cause
Yeah.
He's technically a right
Yeah.
back.
Okay, we'll go with Dumfries.
Dumfries. Your two center backs.
Gotta go Bastoni. Doesn't play in a back four, but
You got to put him in there.
Bastoni. The other one. Man.
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah, I think like Buongiorno.
Yeah,
I think he's been.
that's a great shout.
I think he's been up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Buongiorno and Bastoni, and your left back.
That's all you.
Man.
Well, you got Cambiaso. You got DiMarco.
Cambiaso.
Yeah, Cambiaso's left
Yeah, you
back
gotta put him
by
up there.
trade.
I love Angelino, but that's again another underrated
Angelino,
player, I would say.
He's actually been good this year.
He's been awesome. So you could put him, I think. Who plays left back for Napoli right now?
Uh,
Oliviera.
yeah, Oliviera.
Yeah.
Oh, they play back three. He plays left center back.
Yeah. I was thinking of wing back.
Their wing back is who is their wing back?
I think you just gotta go DiMarco.
DiMarco?
It's a safe bet, no?
Yeah,
Another
he's
Inter
realistically
player in this
he's,
season.
Fine.
he's one of the best
DiMarco.
left backs in the. Oh no,
Tavares.
Tavares is
Tavares,
Oh,
yeah.
Nuno.
he
yeah.
had purple patch.
He fell off
Yeah,
though,
he did.
heavy.
Purple patch,
He
true.
fell
That's
off
another
really
purple
heavy.
patch guy.
I agree. So
Yeah.
DiMarco.
Okay,
Then.
let's go DiMarco.
Okay. And then I guess your
Three
BDM?
your
midfielders.
midfielders, yeah.
Gotta go
Barella makes it.
Barella,
Yeah, 100%.
McTom.
McSauce, yeah.
Yep, Barella, McTom, and man, that last spot's tough.
Inter player.
Or a Lazio
Calhanoglu?
player too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hakan,
What
Calhanoglu?
about Rangers?
I don't think he's better than those
I don't know
guys.
about top
No?
3.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
That's the 3, I think, unfortunately. And
Yeah,
then,
I
Yeah?
agree with that.
yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
So Barella, McSauce,
Yeah.
And Chala.
Calhanoglu.
Calhanoglu. Okay.
Front 3.
And your front 3 finish it off.
So right wing.
Chiesa.
That's crazy. I'm going Orsolini.
Okay.
Yeah, he's solid.
I can't. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a better one.
I think I gotta go. He's been fantastic.
He has been good. Yeah, I don't think there's a better one.
Mark was mad we left over Rangers. Sorry.
There's no Milan players on this.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, they-
What,
make
what about Diao? Is he right wing or left wing? Asane Diao on
I
Como?
think he played
He plays
No, he's
on
right
the
wing. He's
Left.
right
Right
wing.
wing?
Yeah.
right wing.
Oh,
He's
the-
been great too.
And he plays on both ends.
Yeah,
striker
he plays
sometimes.
both. Because
Yeah.
the matches I watched, he played mostly on the right. But
Yeah.
You're about saying Nico Paz plays Quidditch?
Maybe
Don't
he
mention
does.
Bro,
it.
I love Nico Paz. That's true.
He'd be in your underrated squad.
there's
Yeah,
too many
exactly.
players,
You
man.
get it. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go. I'm going with Orso,
Okay,
Okay.
Orso.
but
Okay.
Left wing then.
left wing.
Pulisic.
No, he's a cam. Or right wing.
Who are you playing left wing? It's a hard one.
I mean,
You going with Leao?
I was about to say there's Leao.
I would put Yildiz over him.
Okay.
You put Yildiz
But,
over him?
Yeah. over
I don't
Leao this
think
season.
Marco G would be happy about
No, he
that.
wouldn't.
yeah.
He wouldn't be.
I
Oh
don't.
my
He's
gosh.
fuming.
I don't mind Dominguez on thing. Is it Dominguez? I keep forgetting his name. The left wing on.
He's
Yeah,
Dominguez, yeah.
the left wing on Bologna.
Zaccagni's been
Yeah,
solid
he's
too,
been
yeah.
great too.
Politano.
Yeah, Zaccagni's been
Actually,
great.
yeah, I'll go Zaccagni. Yeah,
Okay, let's go Zaccagni.
Zaccagni?
yeah, he's been good.
Marco can't believe
Man,
it.
what am I watching?
He can't believe it. He can't believe it.
He loves Leao.
And your number 9. Your number 9. Who's bagging
Lautaro.
goals?
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy
You're
Abraham.
going with Lautaro?
Yeah, I'm Lautaro. He's the best.
I'm gonna go Lukaku.
He's success.
Lukaku.
Ooh.
I think he's like scored some stat like he's scored every game Napoli's won or something, and then I think game-winning goals at like 6 or something at
He's
least
a
this
beast.
season.
He's a
Not bad.
beast, man.
I feel like he's been oddly underrated. He was another player I had in like my underrated,
Underrated,
squad.
yeah.
He took
But
the
yeah.
Tims off this year.
Gotta go with
Took the
Tato.
Tims off. So go with Lautaro. then.
Oh, Isaacson, that's such a good shout. He's in my underrated 11.
Yeah, you guys gotta go check
He
out the
is.
underrated 11.
yeah,
Underrated
guys,
11
I'm gonna make a
sounds
bid
sick.
on it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Trust.
But you're taking Lautaro.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, you have to. Okay.
And Doi is another good
Oh
show.
my gosh, how did I forget about Lindor?
Another
Man,
underrated.
another underrated 11
Yeah,
player.
he's-
Your whole underrated 11 is gonna be.
He's been insane
forwards.
this year.
Maybe
Yeah. All Bologna.
yeah.
Okay, let's go one more time through the whole team.
Oh,
Goalie.
Jesus.
Can't remember.
Oh my
Did you say
god.
Goalie.
Spila.
I said
Svilar.
Right back was.
Who did we say right back? Dumfries.
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 Bastoni and
Bastoni.
Buongiorno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Di Marco.
DiMarco. Then we said
Barella.
Barella.
Chala.
McTom.
And McSauce. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also right.
Yeah.
And then you said Taro. I
And you
said
said
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
And
And
then left side for like Zaccagni
That's in the air. Who knows?
in the air. Yeah.
And Doi.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys agree in the chat, but yeah, we'll
End it off.
there.
Go.
Guys, thanks again to everyone for tuning in. Man like me, Marco G, Pure Bets, Anthony LaFleur, everyone else. Who else did I miss?
A lot.
We missed a lot.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Calcio
Reno. A lot of people.
There was
Jackson is in here.
there was some at the
RB
beginning too.
Cobbs.
Jason.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to another live stream. And again, thanks to our great guest.
Shout out Lex.
Thank you. Thank
For
you so much for
tuning in
having
as
me
well.
on.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Go
where can they find you?
go follow her on all
Yeah, where
socials.
can they find you?
At DBalexa on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
Yep. Make sure
There
to
you
go
go.
follow.
First of many appearances on the Footy Culture, we hope. But yes, guys, please like, subscribe. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. And we have a lot more coming. Football is just starting, man. People thinking it's over. No, we have the summer full of soccer still. So
It's never over.
Yeah.
It's always
Never done.
continuing.
And this is why the
Unfortunately for the
players,
players,
hate
but-
playing.
let's go, man. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
See ya.
Ciao,
Ciao.
Peace, peace, peace.
Ciao, everyone. Cheers.
Ciao.
Good night.